What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I apologize for a little bit of tardiness. I had started making some food. There we go. I forgot I had the other thing. I pulled up the chat from the other thing, and so I was echoing a bit. I'm your host, Ed Honcho, man. It is an honor. It is a privilege. It is a pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys each and every evening. As you know, and I saw DeMarkey. It don't even matter, DeMarkey, because you got a battle for your wrench asking about why it was not Den Show debate night. Something interesting happened today. I don't even want to call it interesting, but I kind of want to discuss it a bit. And of course, if you know Den Show debate night, if you have a beef with someone and you want to discuss that, we can make that happen too. But I just kind of want to get on this topic. And again, I don't know, since I last checked, it was actually a couple of hours ago, if any new information or anything has been updated since it took place. But, excuse me, I do want to discuss that. But first, good grief, I made tacos, like real Mexicans. It's good to see y'all, man. I love you people. Yes, you people. So let's see who's joining us this evening, and then we'll get into some good conversation, man. I'm looking forward to it. Brenda Williams, Rashida, what's the mother? No, I'm beefing with Rashida. Rashida don't get a what's the motherfucking deal. Me and Rashida, we might have a debate night before it's all said and done. Rashida Reed, Trixie, McFly, what's the motherfucking deal? McVice, Jimmy T, Sweet Berry. Guard your nuts, y'all. She in the building. Empress Yaya, what's the motherfucking deal? D the Gamma, what's the motherfucking deal? Only one lie. K Grace, I saw M Grace in here this evening early. What's the motherfucking deal? Savage Donald Trump, Shelly Short in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? Miss Bell Coltrane, Infinity Pimps, DeMarkey, Dakota, Bruh Lee, what's the motherfucking deal? Ronald Isley is here. Ty, I'm gonna call you Ty Ranny. It could be worse. Junior Woodson, what's the motherfucking deal? 335 in the building, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Jacob, what's the motherfucking deal? Jaja, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Who am I missing? Young Poppy, what's the motherfucking deal? Rigo, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Look, hey man, look, Jack. If I missed you, I ain't diss you. We just got some things we got to talk about. Excuse me while I mix this beverage. JP Johnson, what's the motherfucking? Well, Heidi, you're behind the scenes, executive, co-assistant producer. You know what I'm saying? AKA the Flamingo. But I'm glad you're here, Miss Heidi. Look. Hold on. Pardon me. Again, like I said, I apologize. I was a bit like, I had a milestone today on the other channel. But I'm going to tell y'all some stuff. 932 people at one time. That's a record for me personally. It was 936. Oh, okay. Well, maybe 4 more. I dismissed those 4 people. Crafts and Hardless, what's the motherfucking deal? Felt special. Felt like I'm worth something. No, I'm just joking. That was cool though, but it still ain't quite the den. You feel me? The den is still something. I don't care if we get 20, 30 deep. The den is just a different energy. I love the sauce, but man, I love to chop it up and come and see y'all, man. So let's talk about it. Miss Cartier, what's the motherfucking deal? You wasn't in there, Ronald. So what happened in Jersey City today? And again, like I said, I don't know if some new details have come out. 6 people killed, 1 officer, 3 innocents, I believe, and 2 suspects, suspicious. Yeah, for like your thumbs down left. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate it. That's why you get those goddamn pistachios. Shout out to Tony. What's the motherfucking deal? But my thing is this. There's a few things that happen, and I want to talk about it, right? I wanna talk about it. And again, if you guys have heard some new details or anything like that, definitely let me know because, like I said, it's been a little bit since I checked it. But wow, Heidi, I don't even know what were they. Like I said, I didn't see what suspects what they look like or anything. But it brings me to thinking about the situation that took place earlier, well, a few days ago, the UPS situation, right, where a hostage was taken, and there was an exchange of gunfire, and then you know, an innocent person, one way or another, is no longer with us. Well, up there, up in that area, you got these bodegas. The only reason I know what a bodega is because of Half Baked, and so I guess they ran into a bodega. Some say a supermarket. I don't know if that correlates, but different articles, different things. Um, Apparently, three people got killed. So I'm wondering, you know, how did these people get killed? Were they on the wrong end of police fire? And I'm sure there's some people who believe that. Were they killed by the culprits? I'm sure there'll be some people that will believe that. Um, but from what I read, initially it started off in a rental van, which tells me that there was some suspect activity going on. Anyway, these guys were already wanted um, for questioning in a homicide. Oh, they did find explosives. Okay, interesting. Um, well, they were already wanted in connection to a homicide, and of course, in a situation like that, they're active. I know some people say, well, they should have negotiated with them. Obviously, when they came up to the vehicle or they were trying to get them, I believe they opened fire, got a little distance in between themselves, made it into the bodega, and, caused a situation. Let me tell you something, all right? And again, I'm not the most cop friendly person. I'm not anti-police. I'm just looking at things for what they are. That's just the way I try to look at shit. Um, if I feel like the police are in the wrong something, I'll say I think the police are wrong about this. If I feel like the people are in the wrong, I'll say the people are in the wrong. But if you have an incident in your law enforcement and you're getting shot at, do you really think that this person is in a negotiating mood? Until they, what's the motherfucking deal? Like, all right, just Sarah, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah. And so my thing is like, once you start shooting, maybe that Philly incident might have been the most interesting, and that's probably because that guy was connected in some ways. Toxic femininity, what's the motherfucking deal? I think negotiations are off the table once someone starts shooting. You feel me? I think that it's a slim chance. Yeah, it's crazy. I wonder. It does that all the time. I have a magic shirt. I'm gonna start selling magic blinking shirts uh, in the Honcho shop. But I think once an exchange happens, all negotiations are off the table. But yet, some people will argue that they should have negotiated. They should have did this. They should have did that. If you're shooting, especially in a public area, other lives are at stake. Again, I saw the word neutralize. That's probably the best bet that you have. Because in a situation like this, and like I said, I try to put myself in situations and think about it, right? If I was to take some hostages, I've already been shooting, and it's a boat. I'm thinking my primary concern is my life. Then I'm thinking I'm probably in a situation where I'm not going to escape I'm probably not going to escape this situation. So depending on the mindset, if I'm not going to go to jail, I refuse because I know I'm going in for life. It's like once I'm in, I'm in. And I'm probably not going to escape the situation I'm in. Well, what's my third? What's my third option? Well, leave as much of a motherfucking problem as I can for anybody who is trying to stop me from doing whatever I'm doing. Now, if there's explosive stuff, there's some other intents. I know they've been inquiring about terrorism and all that other stuff. I don't fucking know. But if I'm finna go out, I know I'm finna lose my life. I'm going out with a bang. No pun intended. A big bang. I have a Big Bang theory that if I'm gonna go out. I know it was corny. I know it was corny. I tried to make it work. It was corny. But no, but seriously, again, innocent people killed. I don't know, again, where they are as far as was it on the cops' end? Was it on the people who were in there? Maybe they were shooting back, human shields. We can talk about all that. I think a lot of that information will come to fruition, eventually. Dead men tell no tales. But I'm assuming the situation has mostly been resolved. Like I said, I haven't seen pictures of the suspect. I haven't seen anything else. But I just have a feeling that people are going to try to justify why they shouldn't have done this. I talk about sheep and wolves in here from time to time. And just depending on where you're from, how you were raised, what you've been around, and maybe you just know some things, right? There's a lot of sheep who try to protect wolves. And apparently it sounds like these guys were definitely some wolves. I already got a suspected murder. You got some explosive. Means you're looking to do some big damage. And who knows what the suspected target was that they intended to blow up if there were things going on. But these were definitely wolves. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of sheep, people who would respond poorly in situations like these. And they're going to be mad. They shouldn't have killed him. They should have gave him a chance. And yes, that's the third type of person, a sheepdog. And the sheepdog is the person who goes after the wolves. And I forgot who made that. I think it was a guy, from the military. I want to say it was a Marine, or I can't remember who made that analogy, but there's wolves, sheep, and sheepdogs. People who go face the danger to protect the people who will not ever put themselves in that danger. And wolves are the ones, trying to prey on it. But there's a lot of wolves who people think are sheep for some reason, or disguised as sheep, or what. I don't fucking know. But just because the wolf has the same, because the wolf maybe has a little bit of wool on, people love to go in and protect them and justify. These people don't give a fuck about what you got going on. They don't give a fuck about who you are. But for some reason, because of appearance, association, and again, like I said, I don't know what the suspects were in there. I don't know if they're black, white, Arab, Mexican. I don't know, right? Professor Trill, what's the motherfucking deal? But my thing is this, right? Just because someone looks like you doesn't mean they always have your best interest in mind. You hear the phrase "skinfolk ain't your kinfolk," "skinfolk ain't your kinfolk," and that goes both ways, right? That goes both ways. DeMarco, you're absolutely wrong. So that's why your wrench ain't back yet. Still looking rusty. You're in the danger zone, DeMarco. Be careful. But it's going to be interesting. Like I said, when some more details come out, like I said, I need to update. I don't know. I think it's talking about Mesopotamia. I've never been. But we got to look at these situations. People who actively go towards danger, regardless of how you feel about them, regardless of what, because this could have been a situation where, who knows what the outcome was. Who knows? I don't know. Bro. You might be talking about Sharice Wright. Yeah, that might be what it is. 335. So, you know, it's just interesting that these things happen. And like I say, I haven't, like I say, it's been about 2 or 3 hours since I checked right before the sauce to see what updates were. Oh man, I don't know what I want to talk about. Drew Lock, get out of here, you're toxic femininity. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, man, like it's a crazy situation because what I feel like is this thing could have become much bigger than what it was. And you wonder what intel, what information, what do they know? What was the previous situation that occurred that led them to looking for these guys, and that they came across this, this information, and it's the best. I ain't talking about no goddamn sports. It's all sports. But like I say, it's very unfortunate the outcome that these innocent people lost their lives, and that's the thing to me. Y'all know often I don't really care about, if you're doing dirt and you playing with people's lives, well, you're playing with your own life, you pretty much know what's going to happen when it's all said and done with that. But like I said, you got an officer lose their life, so obviously there had to be a lot of exchange. People who were apparently they had the area barricaded, they had SWAT on the buildings and all of those things. But you had people out with their fucking cell phones trying to record this shit. People are stupid. Okay, this is something somebody told me a long time ago. It was a business deal I was supposed to get in, and it fell through. But I didn't even know him really, And he told me, he's like, "Hey man, what you gotta understand is people are stupid." Yeah, he was trying to get a building, and he's like, "You get this building, you could get the larger area, but people will come here. You could have the same amount of people. You get a smaller building, you get a larger building. Now, say you have 200 people coming to this building. Well, if you send 200 people to the smaller building, looks packed, looks really active, looks like a lot is going on. People think, wow, this is a great thing. You have 200 people in a much larger space. People think it's dead, it's not lively, it's kind of a drab, whatever it may be. But it's the same thing, right? And that's what he was telling me about. People are stupid, so you gotta know how to do certain things. But in this situation, people are just dumb. You have an active shooter situation. You're going to put yourself in the middle of the road trying to record it. For what? Likes? For clout? I don't fucking know what. When you get your fucking head knocked off, what is all of that worth, right? Then it's no woe is me and let's feel sorry for so-and-so because so-and-so is fucking stupid. Make sure you're following. I guess I could have forgot to do this. Let me make sure I do this. Excuse me. I told you I was eating tacos right before we got on. And I was trying to eat them super fast. Dilly. Make sure you're following the Den on all the proper social medias. I don't use the Den Show Live Instagram or Twitter anymore, so make sure you follow Ed Honcho HTX on the Twitter, Ed Honcho HTX on the Gram. Den Show Live right here. Den Show Live on Facebook. Like the Facebook page, become a part of the Facebook group. You can do all that stuff for free. Free 99. It's absolutely free. Yes, it's Taco Tuesday. Didn't even realize that. Didn't even think about that. So again, like I say, this is crazy, but these incidents continue to happen. You have people who are going to push a certain narrative, and it's not so much about the incident, but like I say, you're going to have people pushing a narrative. Gun control is going to come up. That always happens. Then you're going to have people who are on the other side saying, "Oh, the police are doing too much and they're too reckless." They're going to defend the wolves. The sheep are going to come out and defend the wolves, and it's crazy that these conversations always happen over and over and over again, right? But in reality, I think as long as you don't get too crazy, and I'm like I said, I'm not a proponent of gun control, but I think as long as you don't, get too wild with that, the argument is going to continue to happen back and forth. If you impose strict gun control laws, it's going to get worse. Because again, the wolves will always be wolves. And even if they don't have access, if somebody has intentions to do harm, they will find ways to do harm. If you try to put more restrictions and impose more things on the police, it makes it more difficult to eliminate situations like this. Again, whatever you may feel. Because I'm pretty sure if you were the person or you were in the area or whatever it may have been targeted, you might not feel the same. Again, I'm curious to know what the original target was that they planned on hitting up with the explosive. I'm curious to find out what they were going to do with that, but they're dead, right? So we may not ever know. Uh, it's at 10 siders from the Pensacola shooting. Wow, wow. That's interesting. But yeah, that too. And we never even talked about that. The Pensacola situation. You got a guy, because they sent a bunch of them over here. They said that these guys were watching like some kind of crazy, I think, terrorist videos or something together before old buddy shouted up desolate. What's the motherfucking deal, Rob? What's the motherfucking deal? Um, Hentai Samurai. What's the motherfucking deal? But like I say, I'm like I said, I'm waiting for more details to find out. But I just think that this is crazy. You know, in this day and age, when it comes down to it, I blame. They said they targeted the Jews more. Oh, interesting. You know, so you can't stop them 335. They're unstoppable. Um, but like I say, it's just unfortunate again. Like I say, my concern is the people who lost their lives, the excess casualties. But in a situation like this, maybe those people who lost their lives, maybe they prevented a major catastrophe, right? I don't know. But here's the deal. That's interesting. But here's the deal. Like I say, it is technically still, Den Show debate night. So if you have something you want to call in, you want to debate, we can still do that. If you want to call in and talk about the situation that took place today, we can talk about that. What you feel was the cause of it? What do you feel was behind it? What do you think the intentions were? And like I say, I have to, get a bit more information because it's been a couple of hours since I last saw what was happening. And I saw different numbers. I saw 4, 5, 3. Mainstream news always fucks up the numbers. Mainstream news can't get the ages right. Like I said, with the UPS guy, one of them said that he had one kid who was 1 year old. The other one had a kid that was 3 and 5. The other one was 2 and 6. And that's why you can't rely on journalists or stuff like that anymore. Because again, right now it's more about getting stuff out than it is about getting it right. We just want to get out there and say something so we can get the attention. But this is the day, and I want to know your opinions. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your feelings on this tragedy, because it is a tragedy. Anytime anybody loses their life unnecessarily, it is a tragedy. Those guys had bad intentions, so it's not a tragedy because of them. That officer, I'm sure he had a family, or at least somebody who cared about him. I'm sure, it's a tragedy on his behalf. I want to know what you guys think about it. If there's anything else that you guys want to debate, talk about, discuss, I will open the line and we will talk about that. It's something like I feel like I need to say before I open the line. I'm not gonna lie, I was very distracted. Those tacos were very good. I actually want another one. I feel like there's something I meant to talk about before I open the line, but I can't remember. I'm sure it'll pop up randomly here in a minute, and I will get to giving you guys your pistachios. Yeah, Joseph Seals was the name of the detective who it was. Oh, okay. For those who don't know, shooting broke out in a residential neighborhood. Officials said they believe 2 suspects were killed during the gunfight. The detective died from injuries sustained at the scene, Joseph Seals. said begin at a cemetery where officers encountered two people who looked suspicious and engaged them. Which is weird, right? Because doesn't everybody look suspicious in a cemetery? It's just like some lady crying and bawling her eyes. Not everybody looks suspicious in a cemetery. You're just hanging around a cemetery. The official said there's no incident of terrorism. Okay. Says the suspect likely targeted the site of attack. They intentionally chose that site of their attack. Okay, they said they're going to have additional police resources. And that's the same article said 4 people, and it says 6. 5 bodies found in the store. 2 of the deceased were bad guys. 3 innocent victims. That's what I want to know the most. Wow, that's tough. The guy who died, 13-year veteran, was a husband and a father of 5. That's tough, man. That's fucking tough. Yeah, the schools were on lockdown. They were talking about one of the jets was at one of the schools, and he was on lockdown while it was happening. So, oh, I know what it is. Okay, I got this up. Got a text yesterday. Yesterday we talked about paternity fraud in here, and so someone, I don't know if she wants me to share her name, so I'm not gonna say it. Just in case, but if you are listening, then let me know, and I'll give you your credit. The report that came out today. What report came out today? I was distracted. I definitely missed it. Let's do it like this, because all this other shit is too much. I'll read this text message to y'all that someone sent, and while they were sneaking at work. they snuck at work to text us, and that is greatly appreciated. So they say, I know this is way off target, so if you come in here, you're like, what is this? This is not about the New Jersey shooting. This is the Den, so we talk about a lot of different stuff in the Den. So I had a friend that was sleeping with 2 guys. One was a loser, the other she was in love with. The one she was in love with, now that I'm rereading this, that makes me think about that. The one she was in love with had a very good paying job. So, of course, she ended up pregnant. When she ended up pregnant, she wanted him to be the daddy. The guy you love has a job and doing well. He's doing good for himself, so you want him to be the dad, right? That makes sense. But cheat on him. Get you some side weenie. He wanted to do a paternity test, and she was terrified the baby wasn't going to be his, so she bought 2 DNA tests and had one of her friends take the test with her child and husband. Then, when she took the DNA test with her baby and the man she was in love with, she switched the test without him knowing. Bam. So he was the father. Says, so rule of thumb, men, get your own DNA test and handle it with care. Women are very, very scandalous and manipulative. Not the women in the Den. They're all angels. They would never do any of these things. They would never, ever, ever do these things. So, definitely. Yeah. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. So, exactly, I agree. And so, this is not the first time. I remember it was a thing on Craigslist, too. Like, women are super scandalous, right? And niggas, you can't trust them. Men, you can't trust them. And I'm going to get back to the topic at hand. But y'all remember when there was a thing going on with women who were selling positive pregnancy tests on Craigslist? Like women who wanted to trap dudes? Or help you trap your man? They were selling positive pregnancy tests. That's the crazy stuff. I don't know. I'm not worried about Dame Pam. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Is that a dame named Pam? Pam Grier? If it's Pam Grier, hey, don't, hey, bring Pam Grier back. I listen to all that bullshit. But so like I say, when it comes to these things, man, you gotta be on your note when it comes to dealing with these individuals. That's hilarious. That is super hilarious. headphones on. Let's get into it. Really, Miss Grace? I'm sure. I guarantee. Yeah, Justin, ask a question. Anything. This is the den, man. Ask whatever you want. Whatever's on your mind. Look, man, and again, niggas rap about it all broad day. We're gonna do it all. Like I say, when you play those games, make sure you know the rules. There are major consequences for losing. So, I should do that, huh? Put that thing open. That would be a good idea. Heidi's a racist. Y'all know that? Well, everyone's like, of course, Honcho. She's in here every night cracking racist jokes. No. I mean, Heidi's a racist because Heidi only shows love if we use the racist German voice. Y'all know that? Y'all know that? Heidi's a terrible person. A flamingo. No, Heidi's all right. Let's see. All right, while I'm doing this, let me get the line open. We'll take some calls. Do all the fancy den stuff. Give me a second. I'll put the number up. And hold on. I need to pick up the juice. I'm not saying I'm feeling drab. I get in the den. I feel drab. I'm feeling low energy right now. I gotta pick it up. I gotta give y'all the den love. That is, I don't know. Maybe I need to rephrase that, right? The Dinergy. That's what I need. I need the Dinergy that we're so used to in here. I gotta amp it up. I don't know why I'm. What's the fucking 9, 10? Damn. Oh, I'm fucking up, man. 'Cause I still haven't fucking. It's not like I got it all set up. I just need to get the fucking link to start that email list because YouTube is doing a Copa thing, and so I need to be on top of that. All right, there's the thingy, and where's the number? There we go. So if you want to call into the den, you got something you want to say, something you want to share with the people, you got thoughts on whatever it may be, because again, this is the den. Whatever your thoughts are, let's talk about it. Wow. That's tough. That's tough. We're gonna talk something about that test later on this week. There's a few things I want to get into. We are going to talk about human trafficking later this week. Because there's a lot of stories that have been going around, a lot of videos and a lot of things. I'm going to express my thoughts on a lot of that. That will be a very, very interesting thing. To build more confidence in yourself, oh man, that's a tough one. That's not really tough. I mean, experience is the best way to build confidence. Do things that are challenging, like things that, if you think about it, say maybe it makes you nervous or it makes you, you don't know. I don't know your personality, but if you may be a little timid, just start doing things that are normally challenging for you. So get out of your comfort zone. Step out on the ledge. Don't jump. But, like I said, I think that's one good way to do it. I'm talking about affirmations and things like that. And I mean, that helps, but I think it depends on the person. That might not work for everybody. But definitely try doing new things. Try doing all that. Den of Pussycats. Like the Pussycat. Whatever happened to the Pussycat dolls? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I agree. But that's why I say you have to do things that are normally that make you nervous, that make you a little cautious, because then you believe it in yourself. It's about you dealing with yourself as opposed to anybody else. And so that's why I would say, if it's something that you kind of think that you would like to do, but you're scared, go fucking do it. Go do it tomorrow. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening? I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to abandon that call quickly. It could get strange. Pussycat Dolls are doing a tour of one. Pussycat Dolls are doing a reunion tour of One Girl Missing. She might have got trafficked. I don't know what was going on there. Y'all know if you've been in the den long enough, it might have still been when it might have still been the Kush Den then. No, I don't think we were really taking calls to Kush Den. There was a strange call from a certain individual, with questionable activities going on in the background to be believed, and so we're not gonna go down that road again. She don't want a tour. Why not? There was a whole background area. Oh, well, you don't want to upset the Muslim community, or I don't know. What's the difference between Islam and Muslim? Is it the same? She's like, I really don't know. I don't think most people do either. So I think that's why they all get lumped together. You don't have to call me Mister. It was good. It was a good day. Not Ice Cube good, but it was a good day. Everything's a protected class. It sucks to be you white guys. Everybody else gets to be a protected class. They need to just flip it. Non-white men, because everything else is fucking a protected class. Professor Trio, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. I don't know. I don't think they were running. I think they were up to some other questionable activities. So, Angela, how are you doing, Angela? Are you available for a call today, Angela? Not necessarily right at this moment, but someone said they wanted to have a Tuesday debate with you, Miss Angela. So let me know, if they show up this evening. I don't see them in here tonight. So okay. Because I think it'll be very, very interesting. So again, if you guys want to talk about tonight's topic, if you want to talk about what happened in New Jersey, it is Den Show debate night. If you want to debate, I don't think they're in here right now, but if they are in here, we'll see. Where's my fucking phone? Oh, okay. Tell you, I'll be just leaving my phone anywhere. I don't. It's a fucking. What's the shit? It's tapped. It's a government plant. They planted that phone by making me buy it so they can spy on me. Lady Tia, how are you doing this evening? So, but again, like I say, my thing is, do you expect things are going to get better or worse in the upcoming years? Because we've seen a few of these incidents occur, and again, I don't think the UPS incident wasn't the same, right? I know at least two Jesuses. All right, I know at least two, and I know two alleged Jesuses. So there's at least two. But depends on the election. I'm telling y'all, man. Look, and again, I say, I'm just another nigga on the internet with my observations and my thoughts. That's all it is. These are just my opinions. But the way certain groups are pandering, the lines have been open. Ronald, the numbers on the screen, it means the lines are open, Ronald. But just some of the stuff that's going on a particular side, it scares me. Because they're willing to go so far to do some of these things that they're saying and doing just to, whole part. I think both parties are. Let's be honest. People will go to whatever extremes to have power. But some of these additional groups and classes that they're trying to protect and validate and what's the word I'm looking for? Not escalate. But they're making certain groups like they're more important than others, and so you know, it's just like the things that they do and say is crazy. We've all seen Yang Gang over there pulling I would expect that from Pete, what's his name, Booty Gig. You know, the whipped cream dilly dally. That was real questionable. And y'all see that video, and then the guy behind him was like, "Don't do that. Stop doing that shit." Like, all right, come on. And he was definitely enjoying it. He was just, yeah, let's spray some more. Who else wants some fucking cream in their mouth? what's the motherfucking deal we got calling in to the den this evening?
Who the fuck got something to say to me now? Like, I don't even bother people. Who the fuck got something to say to me now? Like, dude.
Me, I got something to say because you be bothering me because you be talking trash. You call me a.
I be bothering you.
You called me a rapist. You called me a child molester. You called me an abuser. You called me.
I didn't call you no child molester. Stop spreading those lies.
You called me all. You called me all of them. So you said it's only.
I would never say something so foul.
You said it's only three.
Brother.
You said it's only. You said it's only
okay,
only three type. You said it's only three type of men. You put me in all those categories.
Oh my God, you're a woman hater though. I'll put you in that category.
When have I ever hated a woman?
All the time.
Name one.
All the time.
Name one time. So when they name something, tell me one thing that I've said that is a woman hater. Name one. Give me one specific incident.
Every time.
I can't win.
Every time. So I can't go back to one incident, you know, because I be, you know, doing shit myself. But Ed, every time we had this conversation, why we got to talk about that again? I want to know who has something to say to me and why. Like, I don't bother people.
I believe Mr. Broderick says that he would like to have a debate with you, but I don't think he's in here this evening, or he may be in here later. So,
who?
Mr. Broderick, be for real. Be for real.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
He might want to talk about Jesus Christ.
Listen, he got a problem with me because I thought it was a girl at first. I ain't know it was a dude. Damn it, I ain't no internet. Like, I can't see through the fucking internet. Like, that's the only reason why he has a problem with me. I didn't know it was a dude. Damn, dude. I'm sorry, bro. God damn, bro. Sorry. I thought you was a girl. Sorry, bro. That's the only problem they have with me. Like, seriously.
I don't know. I think it's something. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's something else. But here's my thing. Yes, 335. I saw the Jesus video game. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But the main character dies in the end of that game.
Jesus. You call me a woman. Well, I'm sorry, bro. No. Be for real? Like, girls say that. That's what I thought, but apparently dudes say it too. My bad, bruh.
I mean, like I said, I don't know what it is that he wants to debate specifically. So if he comes through,
that's what it is. That's what it is. The whole thing is, I thought it was a girl. You told me it wasn't a girl. So I said, cool, you're not a girl. Sorry, bruh. Thought you was a girl. Because be for real sounds like a girl. Sorry, bruh. God damn. Other than that, there's no other beef. That's the only problem. He put it in the chat all the time.
Okay. So, word on the street.
Moist ass. Yo, you know what? This is what I be talking about with these moist ass men these days.
Moist men? Oh my goodness.
Like, men back in my day didn't get that motherfucking sensitive and that goddamn offended that goddamn easy.
But what if that's not what he wants to talk about? What if it's something different? What if we're just assuming that's what he wants to talk about?
In chat, you don't see it. You called me a girl. Well, I didn't know. Like, I don't troll people. Like, I'm not just gonna go on your page to see if you're a girl or a boy. Just the name sounded like a girl to me. That's all. You said you was a dude. Okay, bruh. You a dude. But that's the only problem.
But I mean, you should probably come across that problem a lot living in Atlanta, right? I mean, mixing them up, men and women get confused in real life. Yeah,
like people thought I was a dude. They thought Miss Meat was a drag. look, I took all this shit from everybody. Like, y'all thought I was a drag queen. Y'all thought I was everybody. I wasn't this motherfucking moist, though, about it. I'm still here. This motherfucker, like, I made a mistake in me. This motherfucker hate me like a moist-ass motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
So word on the street, though, Miss Meat.
They done call me they done call me a stripper. They done call me a transgender. They done call me everything. You know it, Ed.
Yeah.
You said, well, your name. So why this motherfucker so moist over that shit?
All I'm saying, though, is
Fuck out of here.
I got a question for you, Miss Angela. So there's a rumor coming out of Georgia that you own a shirt just like Lizzo's. Is this true?
That I own what?
That you own a shirt just like Lizzo's. Is this true?
What's a shirt like? Who? What?
A shirt just like Lizzo.
Right now?
Never
What's
mind.
a shirt like Lizzo?
Never mind.
Oh yeah, okay. Because apparently I don't know what y'all talking about.
Do you not know? Do you know who Lizzo is?
No, who's Lizzo?
Okay, never mind. I mean, if you don't know that, it won't work. It's a joke. It's a bad joke. But so, what are your thoughts on what happened in Jersey today?
Let me Google right quick. Hold on. Be quiet. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see who this Lizzo person is. Hold on. Let me see who Lizzo is. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see who y'all. You said I own a shirt like Lizzo?
Yes. Look up Lizzo.
Okay,
Lakers.
hold on 1 second. Let me see who Lizzo is.
I'm getting bullied
Let
on
me
my
see
own
if I own
show.
a shirt like Lizzo. Hold on.
Ain't this
Hold
ain't
on.
this
Let me
something?
see. Hold on. Let me see who this Lizzo person is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, prepaid. I'm just like, damn, I'm getting devoted on my own stream. Ain't that something? Look up Lizzo Lakers game. That will give you.
She's a big girl. Okay, so she's a big girl that don't even have on the shirt, and she sings.
No, but did you
Lord,
look up the Lakers
y'all
game?
even talking
Did you look up the Lakers game?
Apparently, she got awards. She has awards, and she's popular. So what the fuck ever, y'all?
But but you're not looking at you're not looking at the right thing. It's a specific thing that you have to look up. So if you're going to look it up, look up Lizzo Lakers, like Lakers, the basketball team, game.
Lizzo Lakers. Lakers what game?
Game, yes.
Okay, let me see. Am I looking at the video?
Yes, look at the video. Yes, take look at the video.
Hold on, let me see. Let me look at the video. Hold on.
Okay.
Is it a stripper pole involved in this video?
No stripper pole.
At the beginning? It ain't. Well, that's what I pulled up.
It should be her wearing a black shirt.
It should be what?
She should be wearing a black shirt.
Where's the whole video though?
I don't know. Give me. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm here. Give me one moment too, Miss Beat. I'm still here, but I'm not here for just a second. I'm upset. I heard Twitter's banning all the porn. So that sucks.
Okay, hold on. Here's another video. Let me check out this because I don't know what the fuck that was. Lizzo is feeling good at the Lakers versus Timberwolves. So what y'all body shaming? I don't get what.
Ain't nobody body shaming that girl.
Seems like to me they body shaming.
Nobody's body shaming the girl.
What is she doing?
Oh, never mind. No. Never mind.
She apparently is popular. So y'all body shaming?
No,
never. How big I am. I ain't seen my motherfucking body.
Never mind, Miss Me. You missing it. You're missing the whole thing. You have to. You never. It's a specific.
Tell me, 'cause I'm looking.
What? I mean, well, I can't see the videos on your screen, so I can't tell you exactly what's going on. So
you said it's a video.
It's a video of her at a Lakers
game. You said Google Lizzo Lakers game video.
Yes.
And that's what I'm doing.
Okay, and is she wearing a black?
Apparently somebody's body shaming. Because I don't see no problem in her video. What's the problem?
Okay. All right. If you don't see it, it's obviously the wrong video because you would see it immediately. You would see it immediately.
What would I see immediately? If somebody want to say something to these crazy about me, what am I seeing here?
Huh?
Like all I see is a girl, a big girl. She's cute. She's sing. I mean, what am I seeing here? What?
Never mind. I don't know. I have no idea.
Body shaming, just like you men do on this channel.
Yeah.
That's what y'all do.
I think you're deliberately overlooking for whatever.
What? But I don't even know the lady. What? I keep asking you what the fuck I'm looking for.
I'm trying to tell you, but you would see it if you saw it. You would see it. But I mean, I'm just. You went straight to body shaming.
Lakers game video.
Correct.
I googled it.
Is it a video of her courtside at the Lakers game?
Yes. What's the problem?
Okay. Is it a video of her twerking at a Lakers game?
So what's the problem?
Never mind.
Nobody seen me twerk. Nobody seen me twerk at no Lakers game or no video or nowhere. So what the fuck that got to do with me?
Obviously, you're not paying attention to the shirt, or you didn't see the shirt.
That's why we talk about them stupid ass. See, you got some immature, stupid ass trolls on your page. That's the shit I be talking. And look, I ain't even gonna call them trolls. They just stupid and immature and just want to talk about something. But go ahead and talk about Miss Me. Go ahead.
One,
press, bad press, it doesn't fucking matter.
Nobody said anything.
That video has to do with me.
Nobody said the video had anything to do with you. We just said, or I just said, that you own a shirt like Lizzo. That is all. I didn't say anything about you twerking. I didn't say anything about you going to a Lakers game.
Thing. So that was something.
So did you obviously didn't see the shirt.
Oh, okay.
You obviously have not seen the shirt.
I'm looking at a video. Let me see. Hold on. I'm looking again. Hold on. Let me see. Lizzo filming courtside Lakers game this weekend. Okay, they're showing her taking pictures. Okay, they're showing her singing. Hold on. She has on a black shirt. I can't see the whole shirt. I now see the whole shirt, but I don't know what it says. It damn sure ain't no Falcons on no Sooner shirt, so unless I'm looking at the wrong video. So what the fuck? Oh, her whole ass is out. So why the fuck would somebody equate that to me with her whole ass out? Like I'm just like, you seen the video of me with their whole ass. See, that's what I be talking about. You got some illiterate motherfuckers.
So all I'm saying is, do you or do you not own a shirt like that?
A black shirt? I don't even know what that shirt says. I got a lot of black shirts. What shirt are y'all talking about? It's just a black shirt.
It's not about the shirt being black. It's about the Prince style of the shirt.
Does it say Falcons or something? Because I didn't see that shit. So no, I don't have a shirt like that.
It has Falcons and Sooners on the shirt.
Well, I'm looking at the wrong fucking video then, because I don't see no shit like that. I don't see it. You need to send it to me, because I don't see that.
Hold on one second.
I'm sure they first right out.
Now, this is not Broderick, but someone would like to debate you this evening. Are you willing to accept the call?
No, this is not debate fucking night.
It is debate night. It's Tuesday night. Tuesday night is debate night.
Well, okay. Well, bring the motherfucker on.
All right, give me one. Yeah, I got it as something else, but Tuesday's automatically supposed to be debate night, even though we have a different title. Give me 1 moment, please, Miss Angela.
Okay. All right.
Booker McFarlane, prepaid. What's the motherfucking deal, man?
Yo.
Professor Trill, 1 moment, please. Are both parties on the line?
Yep. Miss Me.
Who is this?
This is Professor Trill. Or Prepaid Michael, whichever one you want to call me.
So now, Trill, you ain't going to be my favorite person no more. I see after tonight. So go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, bro. Do what you do.
Whoa. Now you got me sounding like Shannon Sharp. Just whoa, Skip. Whoa.
Okay.
Look here.
All right.
I'm trying to help you. Honcho trifling ass and messy. Yeah. Honcho was trying to make a joke. asking you if you had a shirt where you had the ass cut out of it. He was trying to be funny since Broderick wasn't here. But instead of him just telling you that, he drugged this shit on and on again to get on my goddamn nerves, trying to rile you up. And I'm just like, man, let me go in this shit.
Rewind. It was a shirt with what now?
With the ass cut out. Like, she had a long shirt, and where her ass at, she got that part cut out. So when she walking, you can see her ass through her shirt with a thong.
Okay, I seen that, but what that got to do with me, though? Like, y'all ain't seen nothing like that from me.
No. He was trying to be funny. He asked you if you had one of those shirts in your closet.
Oh.
No, nobody said that you had one. He was just trying to make a joke.
Why are you trying to jump on me, Ed? Why? What you want to do? You want to start a roast fest? So is that what we doing now? Is that what we doing?
Well.
I'm telling you, I ain't no. Listen. Ed, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, is that what we doing?
I mean, if that's what you
get him, Angela.
If that's what you try to do, you know.
Get him, Angela.
I ain't started shit. Is that what we doing?
All I said was I asked you a simple question.
I had no idea about your little fucking joke. I don't know nothing about it because I didn't even know who the fuck this was.
Oh, well, see, now.
Me neither.
Doing that.
Now you've been. You let me know what you want to do, Angela. I just asked if you had a shirt like that.
No, you. Why would you ask me that?
You
ain't seen me
in that behavior. I've never seen you in any kind of behavior. I just asked if you did or didn't. Did you say you do things for Mr. Angela?
That'll be
right?
the same thing if I asked you if you wear cowboy boots with the spurs and a 10-gallon hat with a goddamn white beater on walking down the Houston streets. I'm just saying, like, why would I say that? Because I don't. I
mean, it depends. Is the livestock show and rodeo in town?
I'm just saying you wear chaps with the ass cut out and the 10-gallon hat.
Prince is one of my favorite artists.
Cowboy boots with spurs with the Houston on it. Why would you? See, you be stuck. See,
but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Angela.
No, I ain't talking to you no more, Ed.
Wow, now.
That's
324 million.
That's who's on the phone. That's who I'm supposed to be.
You done got kicked off your own show, Honcho.
First she told me to be quiet, now she kicked me off my own show. Ain't that
I'm talking to Trill, right?
Mm.
Ain't Trill on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to Trill. Trill. Okay. So you see how Ed be trying to start shit with me. You see it, right? Because he knows. Like, he done figured it out. Like, he knows. He's like, I'm going to give Miss Meek to talk. I'm going to give Miss Meek, I'm going to say anything to get her to say something so everybody can laugh in my chat at her. But it's all good. So we're going to do the laugh. So that's what we're going to do. Because, see, Ed, we got a segment coming up, don't we?
Yeah, I'm waiting. I mean, you let me know. I've been waiting on the segment. I've been waiting. You let me know.
All I'm saying now is this. On my segment, don't get mad at none of the subjects. Okay. If it's pertaining to you, if it's pertaining to me, don't get mad. I'm just saying that right now.
Okay.
So
go ahead. I got a question on Miss Meek.
You got this today, Ed. You got this today.
Okay.
You got it today.
Angela.
Trust me.
Angela.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
Do you think what she wore to that game was appropriate?
No, I just seen it. No, it was not. Because I didn't know. I don't even know the lady, so I just Googled it. So no, it was not. And
Look
then
here.
I just seen another picture of her. And I seen another picture of her album cover. Like, but you know what? Hey, you know what? To each his own. She feel confident in her big old self. Then let her be confident.
Are you body shaming? Why she got to be a big old self? Is that body shaming?
I feel. I'm not.
She definitely not a little bitch, Honcho. That's a big bitch.
Ed. Mute yourself, Ed.
Mute myself. Well, ain't that?
I don't think I'm talking to you. I don't.
Damn. Mute myself.
You gonna let her talk to you like that, Ed?
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Now, all I did was try to. I assume. So look, this is what I'm finna put both of y'all on hold.
Oh, boy, you gonna kick me to the curb?
No, I'm finna put both of y'all so I can make my point. All I did was make it. I assumed that Miss Angela was familiar with the pop culture reference that I just made because it's a popular subject that people have been talking about the last couple of days. It's one of the more popular things. So I made the reference, yes, as a joke, because I would assume that such a lady like Miss Meat would not even entertain wearing such less than classy attire. Okay, but it was referenced as a joke, and you took it personal.
Like somebody put me in the same category.
Who did what?
Your debate.
This is my debate. But it's no debate. Y'all agreeing. Y'all agreeing. So how y'all debating? Y'all agreeing. So how y'all debate? How y'all debate when y'all agreeing?
It's not agreeing. I'm just telling her the fact. That's what happened.
Now,
Ed, you supposed to be muted. You said Angela. You said Angela. Somebody wants to debate you and come on the line. It wasn't Ed. It's Trill. So mute your goddamn self, Ed.
This is tough. This is tough.
No, it's not.
She's kicking your ass right now, Honcho.
Because one, I didn't say because actually you've taken because you've taken two things. You took two different statements and combined them into one. And what it was, I said someone wanted to debate you, and I said who wanted to debate you was Broderick, but I said someone else wanted to come on the line, and that was Trill. That wasn't a debate. Trill wasn't the debate. Okay.
I told you be for real.
But this isn't a debate. This is someone who wanted to come on the line and speak.
So Ed, mute yourself. I got something to say, Trill. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Mute.
Honcho, you sounded like the Texans last Sunday. Getting your ass whooped.
So anyway, while they talk to each other, we will carry on. So she got to talk to Trill, right? So I'm gonna let her talk to Trill. And what are you guys doing? How are you guys doing in the den here? Let's hope everything is well with y'all. I hope life is good. Since she said she needed to talk to Trill, I'll allow them to have some conversation, and then we'll get back to the conversation. Maybe we'll chime back in the conversation here shortly and see what's going on. Maybe they will come to some type of resolution. So yeah, there's that. DeMarque is wrenchless, and there's that. But like I said, I was making a reference to a pop culture situation to segue into another conversation. But Miss Angela took it as a personal attack, which was not my intent. But now she is familiar with Lizzo, and now she's familiar with what we were talking about. So let's check in and see where we're going here. Hello, are we? Am I done being muted?
So this is the way we playing now.
You told me to mute myself, right? I muted, so I didn't want the den folk to
I
just
mute your ass.
I muted. I muted out the conversation. You said you and Professor Trill had something to talk about.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Now, okay. So now let's bring Miss Angela. Miss Angela, can we bring this? Let's meet back at the table here. Let's scoot our chairs back in, and let's sit and discuss. Now, as I was saying, I made a reference to a pop culture situation that has been a very popular topic the last few days, and I wrongfully assumed that you were already familiar with it. You seem to be on top of a lot of things that go on around the world, so I assumed.
What I tell you, didn't I say I was moving and I was?
Okay, I don't know. You might have just something may have popped up. You may have seen it. You may have not. All right. So now, what I'm saying is, now that you're familiar with that, and like Professor Trill was saying, because we were having a debate about this conversation. No, this is not.
Silence them. He mutes them and play music and silence them. Go ahead, Ed.
So, like I said, we were having a conversation about this last night, and I would like to know a female opinion about what you think. Because you're a lady that likes to go to sporting events, correct?
Every one of them.
Okay, so what she wore, and kind of like Professor Trill asked, do you think that is appropriate for a sporting event?
I already answered that. I told you it was inappropriate. She shouldn't have done no shit like that.
Okay, so
but big, little,
thank you, and I'm glad that was going to be my next question. Was it because of her size that you felt like that?
Yeah, because if it was Beyonce or Rihanna, y'all would be praising and clapping.
I'm not asking about y'all. I'm asking you. If Beyonce or Rihanna wore that, would that be appropriate?
I don't like women. I like men.
I'm not asking you to like. I'm just talking about the appropriateness. I'm just talking about the appropriateness of what she wore.
Joshua Lemele donated $2 through Super Chat. Lizzo looks like a plate of chitterlings.
They know to y'all, because I said I don't think it's appropriate, period. I'm asking you as a lady. I'm asking for a female's opinion.
I bet you've been looking. If it was Rihanna, I bet you we wouldn't have been having the same conversation. We wouldn't have been having the same conversation if it was Rihanna, Beyonce.
Rihanna goes to a lot of games. Beyonce goes to a lot of games. They've never worn anything like that.
But if they had,
okay, but there's no if because they haven't. There is no if because they have not. But there is no if because they have not. Lizzo actually did. She did it. These other women have gone to hundreds and they never worn anything like that.
For any woman to do that, but
okay, that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. You can't tell me what me because I'm not a Beyonce fan.
Answer the question.
Yes, I can because you answering the question and talking about me. You saying what my opinion would be. You're not answering. You're not answering. Okay, well, don't put me in that category with the Beyonce reference because I'm not attracted to Beyonce. You said I'm a child molester and a rapist and an abuser. You said all men are. You can put me in the bad category. I'm asking you as a woman and your appropriateness. Do you think this is appropriate? Not that you're attracted. Not any of those things. I'm just asking your thoughts.
Women, they're sexy.
Fat
is deadly, not sexy. Ms. Meat has ran off at least 6 men.
Don't tell me how to answer my question. But if it was anybody but Lizzo, who's a heavy girl I see, we wouldn't have been having this conversation.
How do you know that?
It'd been a whole different conversation.
How do you know that? Nobody else has worn that. So how can you make that assumption? That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it.
I know men.
That has nothing. It's a lot of men that like a big girl. So what I'm saying is, how is this a problem?
And they loved it.
Okay. Like so, what I'm saying is. What I'm saying, I apologize. I think it's a little bit of lag.
It's inappropriate for any woman.
That's all I'm asking.
But we wouldn't have had the same conversation had it been Rihanna.
How would you know?
Megan Thee Stallion.
One, who is a Megan Thee Stallion? Two, if it was Rihanna or Beyonce, and this is why I'm going to prove you wrong, right?
You know who Megan Thee Stallion is. Big old ass.
This is why I'm going to prove you wrong, all right? This is why I'm going to prove you wrong. Because if it was Beyonce or Rihanna, they're way bigger stars than Lizzo probably will ever be. Okay? Is that true or false?
I don't think so.
Savage Donald Trump donated $2 for Super Chat.
So you're telling me Lizzo is on the level of Beyonce?
I don't know. I don't know this lady. I'm going to look after we, but on here, what I'm looking at right now seems that she's popular.
You're telling me that Lizzo is on the level of Beyonce or Rihanna?
No, you're not listening to what I said.
Okay, but I'm talking about right here, right now, as in term of...
I don't know. I have to look at the social media posts. I have to look at the Twitter. I'll have to look at the Facebook, the Instagram, and the YouTube. I need to see how she's popping because I don't know the lady. But apparently,
so you're sitting here telling me that Lizzo has the same body of work as.
Comfortable? Are you gonna let me finish?
No.
If she's comfortable enough to do her.
Coulter donated $1. Remember that South Park episode? People who annoy you. N_GGERS.
Because the album come out, what I'm looking at is, oh my God.
So you're telling me that this woman has the same body of work as Beyonce or Rihanna. If we're just talking about what you do know, because you didn't even know who she was. But listen. But hey, what is that? What is Me Too has nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is, but listen to what I'm saying, right? Before this conversation, you had no idea who she was, right?
I had no idea.
But you knew who Rihanna and Beyonce were, right?
Yep.
Okay, my point has been proven. So now, if Rihanna,
she was at the BET Award. I didn't know.
What is a BET Award? See, y'all.
I don't know, but she was there. She was there.
Anyway,
but
if it was Rihanna, if it was Rihanna,
and her skin and all that skin,
I don't care about that. See,
she has to do the album cover naked.
You the one body shaming over there. Here's my thing. If it was Rihanna, if it was Rihanna or Beyonce, it would be bigger backlash.
So it
don't matter if you have. It's a man who happy about it now. It doesn't matter. We're talking about society as a whole. If it was Rihanna or Beyonce, it would be bigger backlash because they're bigger celebrities.
No, it wouldn't.
Than they.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Lie. No, it wouldn't. No, fuck it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. And you know, no, it would not. No beef. No damn bigger backlash. How many times did Rihanna get kicked off Twitter for showing her titties? No, it wouldn't be no damn bigger backlash. I don't know.
If I would have known, I'd have been there to see it before she got kicked off. You know, so I can provide a proper analysis.
She showed her titties like 10 times.
Okay.
Before they banned her.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
And see, you didn't know because there wasn't no backlash. You see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying.
Because she got banned.
You didn't know because there wasn't any backlash.
If it wasn't backlash, why did she get banned?
Because Twitter did it.
But there's like whole porn accounts on Twitter, like with nothing but pornography. I mean, full-fledged hardcore pornography. So why would she get banned just for her titties?
This was a few years ago. Ed, you know what I'm talking about. You was looking at Rihanna's titties.
No, I'm not even. I've never been a big Rihanna fan like that.
You was. Yes, you was.
No,
you was looking at Rihanna's titties.
If I had titty footage, I'd have admired it and I'd appreciated it. And I'm upset that I missed this, but I was not.
You told us I had titty footage. Well, it wasn't any backlash. I can tell you that.
Okay, but here's the thing. But here's the question: did she pull her titties out at an NBA game? Did she pull her titties out at a?
Didn't be backlash. That's why you talking about it.
No, we're talking about it because it's at an event where family and it's a public event. So if has Rihanna pulled her titties out at an NBA game?
But apparently they just knew what she was gonna do from her album cover, so they
What?
knew what was going to happen.
What?
They knew what was going to happen. They should have known what was going to happen.
So because she has a risque album cover.
Everything I'm looking at on Google shows that they should have knew what that lady was going to do.
So because she has risque album covers and she has risque photos and stuff out there, they should just ban her from coming to games?
Yeah, they should have known. Yeah, they should have known. They should have known. Yeah. Because everything I'm looking at on here, this lady is not ashamed of all the skin she's in.
Exactly. Janet Jackson, yes. Janet Jackson got kicked off the halftime show and dragged for boob backlash. So like I said, if these women would have done this in a public venue, that was at a game, if they would do these things at a public venue, it would be more backlash. And that was before cancel culture. That was when the internet was still...
It depends on who it is, though.
Lady Tears T-Shirts Ende seins donated $5 pro Super Chat. Janet Jackson got kicked off the halftime show and dragged for a boob backlash.
She's a big girl. That's why it's backlash. That's why. Y'all know damn well if it was somebody else, it wouldn't be this much backlash. You motherfuckers' eyes would be popping out y'all's head.
You know,
so,
but you know, like the majority of Americans are overweight.
It's only backlash because it's only backlash because she's a big girl.
This is false.
That's it. I'm not saying I'm 100 pounds, but I'm not 300 pounds. Nowhere near it. I'm not even 200 pounds.
I don't know what just happened. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I said. I mean, the fucking screen crashed. Like the whole OBS just crashed. Like that bitch just.
Okay.
That's the first time that's ever happened. No, we back, and we.
Honcho.
Yes, Angela.
Yes.
Angela Meat.
We're gonna let somebody else come in, Ed.
Okay, Angela Meat.
So, no. One more thing, Ed. You said on my live the other day you had something to discuss with me.
Mm-hmm.
We're on yours. What is it?
I don't even remember.
What's the problem?
I don't even remember now.
Oh, you don't remember?
I'm sure it'll come up it'll come up in a minute, and then I'll just
I'm
take
sure it will. Mm-hmm.
This is.
Rise up all the time and listen. What y'all talk about in y'all talk school? Y'all talk about that.
This will be backlash.
Y'all thought something was gonna happen and nothing really happened.
Yeah, we talk like the Falcons today. we talk like the Falcons season today.
Oh, okay. Well, good for y'all. Good for y'all. But my thing is, y'all thought y'all finna really do something, huh?
No, I've said that from the beginning of the year. I've never said this was a Super Bowl team.
Yes. What? I'm trying to
I'm,
feel your life, yeah. Yes, people say that's a Super Bowl.
I've
Y'all want
never
you
said
told them to
that.
calm down, but they said it.
I've never said that.
No, you didn't, but you told them to calm down.
Okay, so I
But
mean,
listen, like, we ain't gonna talk about that.
okay.
Ed. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what Miss Me got to do with Liz. That's all.
This was all about a reference to a shirt, and this went way out of control.
A shirt.
There was a joke about the shirt,
like,
and then it just went. I don't know. The only thing wow, it's not even. It was a joke to make a segue into this conversation, but we went the roundabout. Like we ran out the house and went to the back door. This was just a segue into the conversation, and you took the joke and took it personally. You know what? That was just a joke. Yes. Mm-hmm.
No, but listen, y'all don't know this mouth, so we're gonna see everybody who got something to say, everybody who want to be in Honcho videos, everybody who want to be famous.
You don't want a producer out there dancing in your videos.
All in Honcho videos, dancing and rapping and singing and talking about this meat for nothing. Haters. Okay, we're gonna see. I'm gonna show y'all. We got this Lizzo. And I'm about to look at this girl some more because I ain't know. Y'all body shaming this girl. And that's mean. Y'all some damn...
Joshua Lemon donated $2 roh Super Chat. Wat dat Maus do? Schraubenschlüssel.
All I'm saying is...
Y'all body shaming this girl.
You the one body saying. You said it's a whole lot of meat and all that.
Y'all ain't seen my body.
Nobody said you look like Liz.
So why would I have a shirt? Why would I have a 3X shirt? Like, even if you're talking about a shirt, why would I have a 3X shirt? I'm nowhere.
You might sleep in it. Women sleep in big ass shirts all the time, right? When they go to bed.
No, I don't sleep in anything.
Okay, well I don't know that. I'm not there to observe. I couldn't.
Yeah,
this is just
saying,
an observe. But all I'm saying,
don't sleep in that. Maybe a woman that you've seen, but I don't sleep in anything. So now what?
And I'm not even talking about the size of the shirt. I'm talking about.
Well, I don't know about
I'm not talking about. But you said a 3X shirt. You called it a 3X shirt. I never said that. All I'm talking about is y'all. There's too many. All I said was the design of the shirt. That's my reference, not the style, not the logos, nothing. Was the ass out part of the shirt?
Damn design you talking about? I don't even see the damn design you.
So you don't see the ass out acidness of the shirt? That's the whole point of the conversation is the ass out.
So somebody in your chat see me like that.
No, nobody said that. I made a joke to segue into a conversation to ask you your thoughts on this situation. But you took it.
Ed, why would you make a joke like this?
I make jokes about everything, Angela.
And I don't even know her. Why?
I make jokes about everything, Angela.
Why would you make a joke like that about me?
And technically, it was a question. So your answer to the question depended on where the conversation went.
What was the actual statement, sir?
There was no statement. I asked you if you had a shirt like Lizzo's. If you would have said no, then it was on to the next conversation. But then you inquired who was Lizzo. You looked up several videos. Then you assumed that I was talking about you being the size of Lizzo or a shirt being 3X. Nobody. Who said that? When did I ever say that? When did I say anything about anybody's size? I have not even made a reference to her size the entire time we've been on the conversation.
She wear a medium shirt?
I don't know what she wears. I have not made a reference to size. I have not made a reference to weight. I have not made a reference to anything other than there's a big hole in the back of the shirt.
She wear a medium shirt.
I don't know.
Wear a medium shirt.
I don't know. She might.
Oh, I wear a medium shirt. So she wore a medium shirt, and hey, okay, I got you.
See, y'all women. This is women shaming women, right? I want y'all to notice this because I have not said anything negative about Lizzo this entire stream.
Yes, you did.
I have not. What did I say? What did I say bad about Lizzo?
Said it when I said it. Don't nobody listen.
What did I say bad about Lizzo?
You fool some of the people some of the time. You can't fool all of the people all the time. Okay? So, you know what you were implying.
I didn't imply anything. I made a question about a shirt. That was it.
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'll be listening.
Okay, Miss Angela. Well, I appreciate you.
To the hospital because the baby that was born a month ago has a heart problem. So I'm on my way to the hospital, but I'm still listening to y'all.
Okay.
Body shamer.
Okay, but I will be
body shamer.
I will be rooting for the well-being of that child, and that's unfortunate to hear. So I hope everything works out.
It is. I don't like. I'm not gonna be negative about it. There's so much negative stuff happening. I think he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm listening. Okay. I'm listening. I'm way to the hospital. I'm listening to y'all body shaming. Everything cool.
Okay. Well,
I got you, Ed.
Thank you.
I got you, Ed.
Thank you.
I got all you men on the segment. Hey, women, whether you hate on me or not.
Samfis Herr 170 Donate Dollars pro Super Chat. Brothers never argue with a woman case Nummer 775.899.543.
Bye, Ed.
Goodbye, Angela. Have a wonderful evening. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Is this my honcho?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing, Miss Grace? This is the voice I need to hear after that call. How are you, Miss Grace?
Hey, listen. Wait, let me turn this down, Pro. Yeah, you know I can't stay up with a den anymore on Monday nights or Wednesday nights because Tuesdays and Thursdays is my turn to take my granddaughter to school and then I go to the gym. But I was listening. I listened. Who was that guy that called and said when you were talking about women putting guys' names down on the baby's birth certificate, and he paused for a minute and then he said, that girl just have to get beat up.
That was Josh, yeah.
That was hilarious. And then listen, watching Heidi talking about trademarking ball pads.
Justara donated $5 pro Super Chat. Ein Stack Weste Big Guys at Work. Wein in das Gesicht. Wein in das Gesicht. I Gäste no way to get to wie Gesicht mit verdrehten Augen. Wein in das Gesicht. Wein in das Gesicht. Lächelndes Gesicht. Lächelndes Gesicht. Lächelndes Gesicht.
Is Sweetberry said Lizzo's butt looked like a book back. What'd she say? A book back.
Oh.
I'm like, my goodness.
Oh, that's
terrible. That was funny. But listen, Lizzo, if I had just seen her just sitting there like that or seen a woman like that, I would just say she's a very beautiful woman because she's a pretty girl. You know, her hair looks good, her skin looks good, she has nice features, she's really, really pretty. But her getting out there twerking and letting her little ass hang out like that, that was ridiculous.
Correct.
You know, it didn't look cute and it took away from her. I don't care who does it. I don't care if Beyonce does it or Rihanna. It's not being a lady. And it's also sending the wrong message to a group of people who have major issues with hypertension and diabetes and strokes and heart problems. You mean, that's the last thing we need to do. You know, looking at someone, when I look for beauty or someone that looks good, you mean they have to look healthy. That's one of the things. You have to look healthy and kind. Those are the first two things I look for. I wouldn't even deal with a man that didn't look healthy or wasn't healthy. Like I told you before, I wouldn't even kiss a guy that didn't drink water. That is a prerequisite to me, and he better know how to cook too, because my niggas got to be domestic gods. And once they get away with twerking like that, they have ball games. Next, they're gonna be twerking in Chuck E. Cheese. You know, really. If you let them, because if you give people an inch, they take a mile. You know they do. That's why we're in the dilemma that we're in now.
Yeah,
You know, and I hope that when I was in California and I was riding down the street with my son, one of the Lizzo songs, I said, is this that girl Lizzo? And my son said, yeah, Ma, it is. I said, I hope that, she's just riding the money wave. She's got to do what she got to do. And hopefully in the future that she may end up being a spokesperson for like Jenny Craig or something like that, like Oprah and Marie Osmond. And then she'll end up losing weight and showing women how to do it. Don't lose too much weight because still people that have some weight on them, their skin looks good. It looks plump. It looks like they were soaking in collagen. I think they're pretty because a lot of big people are very pretty, but that's unhealthy. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. I told you about my sister, not the one right under me, the one under her, 4 years younger than me. She didn't want to listen. She was in her late 40s. She was living out there in Houston. And, she wanted to put on the weight. She wanted to smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, drink some alcohol, not exercise, not go to the doctors or anything. And then she ended up having a stroke. And sometimes when she would call me, my daughter even asked one time, Mommy, how come she sounds like she has no teeth in her mouth? And I noticed that, and I would ask her about that. Come to find out, they said that's because she was having mini strokes all along. And this had been going on for years, mini strokes. And then she had the big one. So now she's like partially paralyzed on one side, and she cannot enjoy life as much as she used to. Thank God she joined Jehovah's Witness, so that, that gives her some kind of happiness because she was too young to go through that. But she kind of did it to herself and didn't want to listen. Okay?
Yes.
Questions, man, I don't want to do all the talking because somebody in there, Heidi's listening to me, and yes, Heidi, I can say my ERs. I can say DACA instead of DACA. I can say mother. I can say father. I can say ERs, but I'm at home in my house, and this is my accent, and that's the way I'm going to talk. When I go out to a job or interview, then I say ERs at the end. But here, hell no, I'm home.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me that authentic Miss Grace. That's what I want.
That's right, DACA. That's how we talk. And the other day, there was a debate going on, and someone was talking about women, all the things that women do. And I said, I don't know that many women like that. I know some women that have had babies and put it on guys. I know a couple of them. I think we all do. But I don't know a lot of bad women. And I have said that to you all along since I joined the Den. I know a lot of good women, but I don't know a lot of good men. And I had to sit down and think about that, and it's cultural. We grew up this way. When you sit there and look at certain cultures, and even the Spanish, how the women are. Not that they're angels or anything, but they know what's important. It's the family, it's the man, it's the husband, it's the kids. So even when the man leaves and the man is gone, we women, and somebody said when I say I don't need a man, no, I do not need a man. Not now in my life and never before. It'd be nice to have one, but I don't need one because some of us women, once we have the kids are enough. Our kids are everything. And your kids bring you all the happiness. So no, all women do not need men. I know a lot of good women and wives, and they continue to do everything that they've always done for that man before they got married, and in fact, they take on and do more. So this is my third or fourth week that they called me the tutor in a home, and this is one of the few houses I have gone into that has a mother and a father in it. Now, this guy is 37, the mother's 38, beautiful young couple, and I usually don't tutor in the evening because I like to keep the school hours, but this mother works during the day. She takes online courses because she wants to be a teacher. That young man works 2 jobs. It's like a perfect household. It's a little house and everything's immaculate and clean. The street that I go down, there's a lot of tenements because we have a lot of tenements around here where we live, but everything's just manicured. The steps look like they're freshly painted. Everything's cut. There's no papers on the ground. The other day when I was coming out, like 8 o'clock at night, there's a little old lady across the street banging a broom on the ground. So I said, Senora, what's going on? And she goes, there's a skunker. There's a skunker. So she's running around banging at night. So I screamed and jumped in my van and came home. But they're all out there. You know what I mean? And around here, I told you, that's the name of the game. You want a really, really good wife, you marry one of these Portuguese girls because I'm going to tell you what, they're bad to the bone. They're bad to the bone. They don't type Portuguese. Now, this mother here, this girl that's 38 years old, she's very big on the bottom, pretty doll-faced. But the other day they have one car, and her husband just started working days. So she told me, she says, Miss Grace, I get up 4:30 in the morning. She drives her husband a half hour to work. She comes all the way back. She said, I have an hour to play with, so I put the timer on the washing machine so the clothes would wash, so that I would throw them in the dryer. She says, and then I had to shovel a little bit, so I got out there and shoveled a little bit, you know what I mean? And then I came and took a fast shower and then went to work. It's no big deal. You know, so I don't. Right when I joined the den, and I'm not being funny, you know what I mean? I said, when you guys were talking about these other kind of women, I'm like, where are they finding these broads at?
No.
You mean it's not the mark of a good woman is how well you clean your house, you take care of your house. If you have company, if a man comes over, there's nothing hanging in the bathroom, no wigs, nothing. You clean everything, you fold it up, and you put it away, and you make sure everything's perfect. And when you walk on your rugs, you spray a little perfume so that he smells your little sweet-smelling feet if he wants to. You know, that's the name of the game. None of the women told us to be this way. But when you grow up and you see it, that's all you know, and it's the way of life. And if you're not that way, you shame your family. Now, the boys are different. You know, when I listened to one of the women saying how the brother would beat up the sister, when I put on some eyeliner, I was already a mother. My brother Robbie got mad, and he said it made me look like a tramp. You know, I told you I embarrassed my brothers by coming home pregnant at a young age. Because it's not allowed, you know what I mean? It's not respected. You're shaming the family if you do those things. And so I had to take that oath to God that I was going to be the very best mother that I could be so that I could make it up to my family, to my mother, to my father, to my aunt, to everybody that I embarrass. You know what I mean? It's a way of life. So it's cultural things. You go around, and we're from Africa. You said you want an African woman. I'll find you a pretty Cape Verdean girl, a nice chocolate one, Honcho, and she'll make sure you're taken care of.
That's what I mean.
Because these women do not. They don't. They really ever cheat. The men may, but the women do not. And remember a long time ago, I told you if a man cheated on me, I heard a couple of women, my African-American friends, the way to get over one man is to get under another one. You know what I mean? Or with James, when he used to give me his credit card and do things to me, they wanted me to swindle him and do this, that, and another. And I'm like, why would I do that? You know, why would I hurt this man that's so good to me? James's family, James is dead and gone, but his family still loves me. You know what I mean? I signed 2 insurance policies over to them to make sure those kids and everybody are taken care of because it was under my name. You know, I could have swindled that guy and took everything. You know what I mean? He did for me, I did for him. If you're in a relationship, if you two can't make each other better, if you can't enhance the quality of one another's lives, then what the hell's the point? You know, it's a two-way street. You know what I mean? They do for you, you do for them, and there's no problem with it. You know, you go out for some drinks. If a guy buys you 2 to 3 drinks, when I used to drink more, now 2 or 3 drinks to have me dancing on the bar with a lampshade on my head. You know, I mean, there's no problem in saying, well, I'll buy you a drink. You know, it's a way of life. And I'm not playing. I'm not kidding. You know what I mean? And even the meanness in things, I don't understand that. You know, when people come to my town, they said, these are the nicest people. You know what I mean? They're really, really nice. They don't want to be cross, but they are nice people. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry, you know what I mean, about these friends. There is no jealousy or anything like that. That we just don't do it. You know, really, it's just, they're nice people. So, like I said, I know a lot of wonderful women, but I sure don't know a lot of wonderful men. You know what I mean? And plenty of women are happy. You mean if the man leaves and he doesn't act right, you just be happy that you have a piece of him and you have these children and be happy with them. And we've learned to be content and happy with our kids. Real talk.
Well, you know some good. You know the men in the den. All the men in the den are great guys. Maybe mostly. I don't know.
No. There's a lot of great guys. One, and I heard him. He was talking, and he said my name, Big M. Right from the beginning, I admired Big M because when he was chatting, at first I thought he was an older man. The things that he was saying, and then when I listened to his voice and he sounded like a kid to me, I said, God bless him. You mean this is a man that's doing, and he was proud of what he was doing, and that he admired his wife, and he was in awe of his wife, and he was saying, I can't do what she does, but she can't do what I do. If she needs anything for the house, I just hand her the money, no questions asked. And I said, that is right on. I got to respect that. I also love Prepaid's family. It's a little bit different, the dynamics, but it's a shop family. It's music to my ears to hear men that do those things, especially young men, and we need more of them. Don't tell me that that they're common, because they're not. They're a rarity. These guys that are married and doing everything and love their family and love their kids and love their wives, and they're not speaking of just fucking. It's about love. And that's what it should be about. And this new generation, I'm glad I grew up when I did, because this new generation, all of this wham bam trying to get a nut, that's a sad life to me. You want love. And I remember one time when we were in Maryland, my dad was stationed in Lexington Park, Maryland. There was this woman that walked out. She was really, really a pretty, pretty woman. She wore a really pretty wig. She wore nice clothes. So we were in the back seat. My mother and father were in the front seat, and my dad drives by, and the woman was outside. So my dad pulls the car over, and he talks to this woman, and then afterwards we pull off. My father with his country ass, yeah, oh, she dresses sharp. Oh, yeah, she's sharp. She's sharp. My mother, my little tiny mother, looked at him and said, oh, she's sharp and she dresses so nice. Did you see that ripped up screen with those dirty kids in the doorway? And my father, with his bug eyes popped out of his head, he looked straight ahead. No, I didn't see that. My mother cussed his ass out. How you going to be sitting here, and I'm sitting right here, and you're talking about how sharp she is and how this, and she dresses so nice, and she's got dirty kids. You don't let your kids be dirty. You don't leave things be dirty. The mark of a good woman is to be clean with everything. When someone comes to your house, you always offer them at least a glass of water, because my mother would talk about you like a dog, and we do the same thing. My daughter better not. If anybody comes into the house, she better not ever not offer somebody a drink, a cup of tea, would you like some coffee? Would you like some water? Would you like some soda? That's just how we grew up. And and I'd rather be by myself and be happy than to be unhappy with someone, or even worse, with somebody broke. I have a couple of girlfriends. One lives in Fayetteville. The other one lived in Atlanta. They got married. I was married. They're broke as shit. They live the most miserable lives. They're always fighting. They don't like each other. The other day, my good friend told me 4:30 in the morning, her husband wouldn't even take her to the emergency room.
Damn.
That's a sign. But she has to stick with him because she didn't do what she was supposed to do. So, and he's out of the military on disability or something, full disability. So she relies on his money and things like that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'd rather have my own. And I even tell my daughter, always be ready. So when that special man comes along, you don't say, oh, gee, I found a good guy, let me start getting ready. Always be ready, just in case. Be ready. I said, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And women around here, even if the man is a jerk, they still get treated like kings. They still get treated nicely. It's just not part of our culture. I don't know how any of them and any of those women. And when I was younger, I still didn't hang with 8 shit bitches. I would not hang with a woman that didn't take care of her kids. I would not. If there was one out there, she couldn't hang with me. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped going out on Mother's Day. We used to go to the Elks for the free breakfast. Then they have these young girls out there that are bopping and twerking and things like that there, and not taking care of their kids as well. And they're my other side of my culture, the ones that are here, not my mother's side. My mother's side's from Africa, but they're the Portuguese and African. My father's side. And so when stupid shit jumps off, just like I tell you, those are your people. I tell her that's my father's people. I tell my siblings, that's your people acting like that. Look at the different cultures of people, which ones stay down and which ones rise up and do better. We just don't do it. I wouldn't feel proud, and I would never get revenge. And I told you that right from the beginning. If a man cheated on me, I'm not going to get revenge by doing the same thing he did and devaluing myself. If he wants to cheat and things like that, there, one time kind of acceptable because I tell you, I'm sorry, practically all men cheat. Good warning, when he does it the second time, I become the ice princess. Gotta go. And I told you how I left that big house with the glass sliding doors and the chandeliers and the 4 businesses and the 3 cars and all of that Larry had. I left all of that behind. Because that material stuff didn't mean anything to me. My happiness meant more. So I just want to throw that out there from an OG. Just trying to tell some of these young people. And I know some people, Miss Grace is old, and I'm not one of those women. I've never been afraid to tell my age or to tell how much I weigh. I don't care, because if I'm embarrassed about how much I weigh, that means I need to do something about it.
Yeah.
So I won't be embarrassed. My age, I can't change my age, but if I'm embarrassed about saying my age, then what I need to do is try to take care of myself better and look a little younger and more vivacious. That's all to it. I'm not ashamed of any of those things. I don't. Not at all. But any questions for me, Honcho? Because I did all this talking. Where's that chat at? I know they're talking about me like a dog.
Yeah, they've been asking about the rug and the perfume.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
No, I don't know if you want to expand upon that, but I saw a few comments about the rug and the perfume.
Yeah. If you have a man over, and sometimes, like I said, I'm the long distance relationship queen. So sometimes I would have my guys come here. My kids would be at my mother's or someplace else. Or I flew out there, and we have. Remember, I told you my guy in Fayetteville, he was in Iraq for Operation Desert Shield. You know what I mean? And when the guys came home on the military post, they could get the plane tickets for 40% off. So he's go get it, and he's just FedEx it to me overnight, and then I would fly out there. We would do that. But what you do is you make sure everything's perfect, and you spray down your sheets and things. I would tell the women about the secret perfume that came up one time, and it's controversial, and it's a hint of a woman's poom-poom, but a nice, clean one. It's like the natural hormones that come up the body. There was a controversial perfume that came out. It's an old one, and I still have that. You spray the perfume, and on the rugs and things, before anybody, you make sure you vacuum and clean, and you spray a little perfume on your rugs, especially in the path that you know that you're going to be walking in. So when you walk on there, even when you're in bed with your man and you rub your feet up against him, it smells really nice, and they like it. They like for you to go out of their way and do those things, but I like men to go out of their way and do those things for me as well. When I go there, that house better be clean. I had to cuss out one nigga, the one that lived in Randolph outside of Boston. One day I went there, and he was still doing housework. He was a domestic god, and I cussed his ass out. When you come to my house, everything's done. I do not expect to come here and you're folding laundry. But he was like, he had 5 kids. They didn't live with him, but he treated his kids like guests, and so if they were there, he didn't make them take their plates off the table. You know what I mean? He didn't make them do anything. He treated his kids like guests. He said those women that had his babies, he didn't care if they died on the operating table. He would snatch those babies and run.
Damn.
So he had his kids with him, like before I got there, and he drove them and took them all home. So now he had work to do. If you're going to have them before I come here, the house needs to be clean. Because I work too, and I have kids, and before you come to my house, everything's perfect, and that's what I expect. I don't expect to get out of work and drive here to your house and things aren't perfect. And he said, "You're right, honey. That was very unfair to you. No, better tell them what you want."
There's nothing wrong with having a standard and knowing how you want it to be upheld.
Yeah, and I don't think that's asking for much, and I would never ask for anything that I wouldn't give myself. Like I said, I would never accept a man that was unhealthy and didn't take care of himself. You know why? Because I'm not unhealthy and I take care of myself. I'm not going to ask for a man to have a 6-pack. You know why? I don't have a 6-pack. I don't have a big belly or anything, but I don't have a 6-pack. So if I'm this way and I do these things to take care of myself, then I want that in return. And I don't think I'm asking for too much.
I don't think so.
Anything else, buddy?
No, ma'am, nothing that I can think of.
Okay, I'm going to get off this phone now because I've been wanting to call for days. you know, but I was just tired at night because I have to get up and do my things.
Well, I'm glad.
But I'm going to continue listening to my den. Oh, the other day, my daughter called me twice and said, Mom, your show's on, the den's on. I got up, I was so tired. What? After that, I cussed her ass out. I said, I know you know I love the den, but don't be waking my ass up because now I'm dragging. You mean I will get up when I get up, but don't wake me up for it. Yeah, I need my rest. Yeah. You know, I get my required rest. I don't play with it. You know?
And yeah, and I saw that name in here earlier, and then you ran up out of here.
That's right. She needs to get her own shit. This is my shit. I love my dead folks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, wait a minute. Oh, one more. Hey, where's Sweetberry? Is she in here?
I don't know. I haven't seen too many missing pistachios. I'm not sure if she's in here.
Yeah, Sourberry, the pistachio stealer. Okay, no, I don't see her in here. Okay, I think I'm gonna hang up now. Is anybody else waiting on the line? Waiting to call in?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure somebody they'll yell at me for being on hold. No, I can't see it on the. It just pops up whenever it pops up. There might be a way like I can see how many people are in line, but I don't have the other thing open up.
Right. Okay, then I'm gonna listen.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Ms. Grace.
Okay, thanks, Honcho. Bye bye.
You have a good evening. Bye. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have call? Oh, never mind. Sweetberry is here. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's good, Honcho? It's J-Mail.
J-Mail, what's the motherfucking deal?
I want to know what the fuck happened in Jersey, bro.
Oh.
I still don't know what the fuck happened.
Well, there was an active shooting situation in Jersey in which I believe 6 people total died. 1 police officer, the 2 suspects, and 3 innocent people who apparently in a bodega. It started off in a cemetery and somehow ended up in the bodega. And then, like I said, apparently somebody said that they found explosives in the truck or whatever. No, they found explosives like in the truck when they first found them. And then they, a bunch of stuff happened, and now there's a bunch of dead people.
It sounds like an episode of 24 or something. That's some wild shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that.
So yeah, it's very, very questionable.
Shit, like they said, niggas die every day. Hate to be insensitive, but shit, that's all around. Bro. That's the only thing we really all certain of.
Yeah. They say death and taxes, but niggas ain't paying no taxes.
Niggas ain't. Hell no.
Yeah, what you
think about that Juice WRLD shit?
Like I said, I really didn't know who the dude was. So, but then he pop a bunch of pills and that's why he died or something like that. Basically trying to hide some shit.
Yeah, it's coming out. They had like 70 pounds of weed on the plane for whatever reason, and a bunch of Percocets and shit. And they seen the feds on the runway. Yeah, so he started eating the pills. That's dumbass.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know some folks are RIP and all that, but come on, don't be a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of did that to yourself, like. People think he did. Cause I remember when it first came out, I saw some. Oh, he had seizure. He used to have seizures, so it was from drinking the lean. It was from this and this. And now you just did a dumbass thing. You tried to do some old shenaniganery. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
It happens. So I'm not gonna make light of it just to laugh, but it was fucking stupid. So I mean,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Dakota fucking crash test dummy shit. So.
Yeah. That's who they idolize, man. It's crazy. You got grown ass men fucking getting advice from this little 21-year-old. Yeah. I don't know what's happening today.
Yeah, that's the crazy shit. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, well,
and bitches taking advice from Lizzo.
That's tough, man. You ain't you ain't rocking with the Lizzo unit.
Nah.
Oh man.
I feel like she influenced raggedy bitches.
That's tough, you know. DeMarcus say he like that shit though.
Well, he a raggedy ass nigga, so it makes sense.
Oh, okay. Well, that does correlate. I get it. You know, birds and feathers.
It correlates. You're right. Like together.
Okay.
He probably jacked off the pictures of this.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Well, she looked like a plate of chitlins. This nigga jacking off to that shit.
That's fucked up, man. Don't do chitlins like that. But yeah, man, it's all kind of tomfoolery and craziness. So, you know, I mean, it's very unfortunate. Like I say, old buddy, that's crazy. It's very unfortunate that, you know, the outcome came out for old buddy. It's very unfortunate that women are getting ridiculous in public. I don't know what's going on now.
It's all unfortunate, huh?
Yes, it's very.
We live in an unfortunate time.
But the crazy part of it is it's the most fortunate of time, but it's so unfortunate. People just choose to do the most unfortunate shit. Yeah.
It's so fortunate they wilding the fuck out.
Yeah,
they don't know what to do with the fortune.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like you a relative. I mean, you a celebrity. Still, I'm gonna sell dope. I guess I don't know, man. But it's crazy. Like I say, you know, enjoy your fame and wealth. I mean, unless you just trying to have some shit for. I mean, I can't even see just. Come on, man. You're a celebrity. You can get weed in whatever city you need. So ain't no reason to be. You know, that's not the reason. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why are you doing these things? But yeah, it is what it is, man.
Just to uphold the image. That's all I can see.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah. If you're going, that's definitely fair time that you're finna do. But the thing about it is, shit. Even if, but that's what I'm saying. Though. But you know, niggas is snitching every fucking crew. That's how everything gets found out. It's always an informant, no matter what you're doing. So. There could have been informing the crew of, hey, they finna move with this, and this, and okay, well, we'll be there, right time, right place.
That's why I say one of the best things that ever happened to me was not having a co-defendant.
Do you dirt by your own?
That shit saved my life.
Yeah.
Saved my life.
Cause you know, you can't trust nobody. Motherfuckers will do dirt with you, but when it come time to ante up, well.
No. Then, fam, I'll tell y'all that story. I still got like 7 years left on that.
Yeah, we'll wait on. We'll hold off on that one. It be like that sometimes.
We gotta pause it. Yeah, we gotta pause that one.
It be like that. You know. So, like I say, it is. Wow, now, Broderick. See, you always talk about CPT. You're on CPT, Broderick. Okay.
Broderick is CPT. You look up CPT in the dictionary, it's a picture of Broderick, big black ass.
Broderick and Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
But, you know, like I say,
Broderick looks like Mike Tomlin's little big brother.
But, you know, so, I mean, like with these situations, do you think that with him doing that basically, doing that to himself, do you think that people look at it differently, or they just still, another rapper dead, or another entertainer dead, or what? Do you think that it kind of changed the way people felt about him losing his life? Found out it was kind of fucking stupid. It was really fucking. It was really dumb.
Yeah, I think it should. Do I think it will? Maybe for a few people. It might get through to some people. But the majority of motherfuckers out here today is just stupid. So, majority-wise, nah. Not unless you was already thinking like that.
Okay. But, yeah, I don't know.
But in the spirit of Battle Tuesdays, I would like to. I feel like I'm worthy of DeMarcus's old wrench. I feel like anybody else should be able to challenge him for it besides DeMarque whole ass. Because he lost it already. He got to work his way back up to it.
This is interesting. I think there should be a challenge. We got to come up with something. I think we need to come up with an idea with how we can allow someone to challenge for a position. I'm gonna have to think about that. Yeah, we gonna have to see, man. We gonna have to.
See, bro, I deserve the riches for that. Bringing content to the den. You know what I'm saying? We sparking it.
Well, yeah, we gotta see what's happening here, because it's some beef. It's some people who have been wanting to obtain wrenches, and they've been getting at me when they're gonna get their wrench, and so we gotta come up with a
honestly, Honcho. Honestly, I probably don't deserve it, but it's nothing more that I want just to hurt DeMarque's feelings, to have it for like a day or two.
Oh, man, that's
I give it right back.
That's always a possibility. Christmas is coming up soon, you know.
Yeah.
Because DeMarque always on some shenanigans, man. So I gotta watch him. You know, you can't trust him.
I'm telling you, bro, this nigga timed me for saying I had never been timed. What kind of bullshit? I was hurt. I was hurt, Honcho.
Is this true, DeMarque? Can you justify your actions? This is tough. I got to think about this. You know, this is.
And I've been trying to tell you this in the chat for the longest, but you always seem to miss those messages. This nigga be timing me too. As soon as I start talking about it, this nigga he don't even be in the chat. But he see me trying to tell you something, that nigga hop off the PS4 real quick. You know that's all that nigga do.
Yeah.
DeMarque Johnson donated dollars through Super Chat. I don't deserve nothing but little arole.
Start timing me, bro, so you can see his shenanigans.
He say,
bro, he the feds.
He say you don't deserve nothing but Lizzo a-hole. That's disgusting, DeMarque. The fact that you said that, because you know when people say things, you know they visualize.
They're trying to project. Yeah, they trying to project their fantasies up onto you. You can have your own fantasies, DeMarque. I don't need that. Bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put up what I figured. I'm gonna have to put up a box, like what's that shit called? The like a suggestion box, and it's gonna be for wrench abuse. So whenever wrench abuse is committed, I'm gonna have to look in the suggestion box to see what's going on, and fucking savage Donald Trump, and so that way I will have to investigate these situations of alleged wrench abuse, some shenanigans taking place. Okay.
All the shenanigans, be getting away with some foul shit in there, bro. Especially DeMarque bitch ass.
I believe it. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do some what is it, internal affairs investigating to on DeMarque. We'll have to put the team together and see what's going on with DeMarque. Y'all know, speaking of DeMarque, I unleashed the Kraken like a week ago. Y'all know that? I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Kraken is lurking, but so because like the night after Brandon 335 said unleash the Kraken, I did it just fucking because. So it'll be interesting to see if anything ever comes about that.
You said just because.
Just to fucking stir up the den, just because, man. Yeah, so there's that. But
I got you. I'm trying to stir the pot myself, bro. Everybody knows. Everybody in the chat knows all. Though I just like talking shit.
Yeah,
pissing off the market. Yeah,
we're gonna have to see. So we're gonna have a debate one day. We're gonna have a between you and DeMarque to see who is more deserving. that might be what we have to. That might be the thing. We'll see. I'm come up with an idea. The next wrench will be we will have at least maybe a debate or a discussion. It'll be like the the fucking shit going on now, like the fucking Democratic debates, but better. And everybody has a chance to, plead their case why they are deserving of the moderator position. And then we'll dwindle it down until we'll take some votes in the chat and we'll go from there. I think that's the best way. We let the people choose. I think that.
I can't wait to hear Miss Meat.
No, Miss Meat gonna win because she gonna shut everybody down. And
she gonna shut the whole thing down. She gonna get one.
She's gonna kick me out. Okay, she kicked me out of my own show. Yeah. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah,
it's tough.
She got the master wrench. Goddamn.
Oh man. So y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be probably something similar to that, like Friday, because we're gonna have a Angela's advice segment from time to time.
A wrench off.
That shit sounds suspect as shit. Yeah. So we go see what's happening. Because we got Broderick in here claiming for a wrench. Lady Licious. I know Angela has claimed for a wrench. There's been 2 or 3 other folks who have said they need a wrench. The Marquis can't hold on to his wrench, so we'll
I just want it for like an hour so I could just pound the Marquis the fuck out of here. And then I think I need to give it to Lady Licious or Big M. But definitely not Broderick. Never not Broderick. He be cooling too much. Like prepaid is Professor Coon, and that nigga like Grasshopper Coon.
Grasshopper Coon. Oh man, that's tough. Young Grasshopper. Okay. What you got going on, Jesse? Okay. Well, that's a bit. Like I said, we're gonna do something. We're gonna make the next wrench assignment will be we're gonna make it fun. We're gonna make it a whole den event. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make it shake. That's a big thing. But anything else that's on your mind there, Mr. J Mill?
No, that's about it, Honcho.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in this evening, man, and chopping it up with your boy.
That's a bit, bro.
Already.
All right.
See, I don't know about giving only one lot of wrench because she might manipulate the pistachio system. I gotta watch out for only, in her shenanigans. We gotta see what's going on with these. How many wrenches we got? We got some folks who got wrenches that don't really be here. I might have to do some wrench analysis. Because we got some bonds that hardly don't really even show up like that, so I'm gonna have to do some investigating. Marie Lovely, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you this evening? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, DeMar. Look, we gonna have to see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. But yeah, y'all stop it. Well, DeMar, you ain't got a wrench, so you can't do nothing about it. But y'all stop harassing the people. See, this is how that little situation in Germany a few years back took place. See, it was just a little bit of bullying, just imposing their will on a couple of people. The next thing you know, big boom shebang, everybody's fighting and shooting each other. D-Day, wow. Yeah, man. Y'all let folks make it. And stop timing them for the nonsense. Because look, I don't want Theta Gamma to beat me up. I like the Gamma. I got to make sure how I phrase that because again, this is the den. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't look like you don't. Oh, you ain't gonna give me no pistachios. Timed. So yeah, I am gonna have to go back and change the title of this thing because we went from the original call with Miss Angela, then the Lizzo attack to a whole bunch of other things, and yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Well, there's reasoning and justification behind that. Me and Trill have an understanding. Sometimes he be misunderstanding the understanding, but it's all good. Yeah, Broderick. Look, here's see. You said you wanted to have a discussion with Miss Angela, and you ain't even you ain't show up, babe. She was the first caller. She was ready for all the smoke. Professor Trill had to step in and take your spot. So there's that whole thing. Interesting. Super funny. Let's see. So like I said, yeah, we gonna that nigga Mr. Nash, man, out of control. You gotta put a leash on him. But yeah, that'll be what we do. But right now, like I said, we gotta reach another milestone before we do any other wrenches. We gotta reach a milestone. So, I mean, I gotta get on the ground. We gotta get the numbers up, and it has to be justified. You say give a wrench to niggas that actually call. Interesting. Let's see. But like I say, yeah, the next arrangement that we gonna do, that's what we gonna do. We gonna have it'll be like a democratic debate or debate period. We'll get everybody on a conference call. We'll allow people to prove their point, or we'll give people individual calls. Whoever wants to be nominated, we'll take a poll, put everybody's name on the list, and we'll dwindle it down. So every time somebody loses, whoever comes in last, they get knocked off the list. We'll dwindle it down to the final two. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's going on, Honcho?
Hello, Mr. Mexican. How are you this evening?
Bro, I just want to know, is Kay Grace pretty much just like getting naked, sitting on the floor and scooting her ass to the kitchen from the front door?
What?
Trails in her. What? With her perfume things, that bro, I was dying. I was cracking up.
Fuck. Oh my god!
Wasn't it something like that?
I believe the things you were talking about might have been like one of the perfumes that had like the pheromones or something like that in it. I don't think that's the way. I don't think that's how it works.
I'm just playing.
Yeah. Oh man.
That had me dying. That's the way. As soon as she said that, when she said that it came from a woman's hoo-ha or something like that, I was bro. I was dying laughing. That was the funniest shit I've heard.
These goddamn den folks. I don't even know what to say about y'all.
So all I know is if you take the Marquis wrench and give it to Josh, it's the same person.
So you think that
it's the same person with a different name.
So you feel that Josh would operate the same way as DeMarque with a wrench?
I don't know. DeMarque gets super sensitive most of the time. But he seemed to chill out lately. The most sensitive person with a wrench in the den, hands down, is Trill. And it's over pistachio. Like, bro, it's a pistachio.
Interesting.
Getting on and checking his pistachio account every time.
Okay. Some people say they agree with you. Some people are suggesting some other people. Okay. Toxic Tuesday.
How did DeMarque get a wrench? I'm curious about that.
How did DeMarque get a wrench? I don't know. DeMarque's been hanging around. DeMarque's been in the den for a long time. He's been.
That was his answer. He's like, I've been supporting the den for a long time.
Yeah, no, he's been around for a long time. From the den to the sauce, and he's been in the mix for quite some time. DeMarque legitimately earned his wrench. I just give DeMarque a hard time because he's light skinned.
Oh, so you're racist?
Yes. I'm definitely a colorist. So.
I find it funny on who has wrenches and who doesn't. I mean, like I said, I've been in the den for a couple months, but I don't know how long. But I always find it funny, like who has a wrench and who doesn't have a wrench, how that whole thing works. You have like the oddest moderators in all of YouTube. You have a KKK member who is clearly a tranny and Heidi. You have Trill, who gets mad when people take his imaginary pistachios, and you have DeMarque, who gets pissed every time somebody talks about the Texans. It's a super weird group of moderators.
That is odd. Thank you that you mentioned it. Yeah, Broderick went all in. He just he pushed the red button. Remember that episode of Menace TV? Don't push the red button. He pushed the red button. That's crazy.
But Brandon never really times anybody out.
No. Here's the thing, like Brandon, I've never heard anyone complain about 335 except the other moderators.
For real?
Yeah, and not because he's done
Why?
Not because
what's the complaint?
But not because he does anything bad. They say that I play favorites with Brandon, that I'm biased because they talk about he's too neutral or things of that nature. Because he doesn't ever cause a ruckus, it's never an issue. Nobody ever complains about him. So the other moderators say that I play favorites with 335.
Bro, nobody in the den likes like normal conversation. Like if you're not like yelling or talking crazy shit, everybody's like, you're super boring. Fuck you.
Yeah,
like you have to be pissing at least half the den off, or nobody's happy.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works though. Back in. And that's what I say. I was really thinking about it. I'm like, no, we're not all friends in the den. As much as I would like to say we're all friends in the den, there are so many small factions of people in the den. There are small tribes within the den, and now some tribes, kind of cross over. Some people are in multiple tribes, but yeah, if you say one thing, you're pissing off another half of people.
99% of the people in the den are cool as hell. I mean, everybody is able to talk shit. Everybody's able to. Most people are able to like handle it when you talk shit to them. But I think you should. What you should do is give DeMarque his damn wrench back so we can stop hearing about it in the chat, and then take a vote on who gets the next one, and let the people who are actually interacting with the chat decide. Let the people decide, Honcho.
That's I'll let the people, because I think the people voted for Rashida, and that's when she got her wrench. Let me see who else. I think everybody else was probably me picking. Heidi, everybody alleged that I didn't show women any love, that I had no women mods at the time. So Heidi was the first. Heidi was the first one.
You picked the tranny?
But you got to understand, like, Heidi used to be in the den.
You picked the man as your woman?
Heidi was in the den when it was like 3 people in the den on a nightly basis. When the den would get like 7 views total. So Heidi's been holding the den down for quite some time. It's a few 335. It's a few folks who've been holding the den down since it was like. It was a terrible, terrible show, and I was really, really high, making no sense half the time. And there were a bunch of.
So now you're just sober, making no sense.
Yeah. And there's no half-naked white girls smoking weed behind me. So.
You do that in private.
No, I don't engage in any kind of tomfoolery. One day I will, but not right now. Like, I'm thinking sometime in 2020 I probably will again, because if I accomplish a couple of these goals that I have, but right now it's not the time.
Well, I say, like I said, give DeMarque his wrench back and let everybody vote on who gets the next.
Okay.
All right, man. I'm out of here.
All right, Big M. Well, I appreciate the call, man.
Nah, bro.
All right. Usually Big M makes a lot of sense when he calls. I got to think about that DeMarque getting his wrench back thing. Let's see. Oh, not Big M to go. Interesting. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, rebranding. It definitely had to change the game. It might have been about this time last year, maybe. That I think I changed everything up. It was still the Christian for a little bit, and then just switched the whole thing up, changed the look, got rid of all the weed logos and all of that stuff. So, you know. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's good, Honcho? It's J Mel again.
Not already.
Now usually I fuck with Big M.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck everything Big M just said. Do not give this nigga DeMarque back his fucking rents. He don't deserve a rent.
Interesting.
He abused his power.
I think he does too.
That's why 335 is the GOAT. Because 335 ain't gonna time you unless you really out of hand.
Okay.
But this nigga gonna time you just to be petty.
Yeah, I gotta think about it. I gotta think about the DeMarque situation, the DeMarque conundrum.
I see Big M's trying to play politics and get the people on his side. I see him. He ain't fucking slick. I see what he's doing. Old Game of Thrones ass watching that.
Interesting. So if DeMarque comes back with a wrench, he's got him in his pocket. So that's what's happening.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then he's gonna turn around and get it from him in the election. I'm gonna let the people decide. Because he got the people. Big M know he got the people on his side. Big M know what it is.
Okay.
I see what he's doing. He's clever. You tried it. You tried it.
They're trying to manipulate the system out here.
Yeah, you see, bro. What a black man got to go through, bro. I object.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough.
They tried to hit me with the Uzi Wapti.
I ain't heard that in a minute. I ain't heard that one in a minute. Like I said, I got to think about this, man. I got to think about this. I got to look at the demographics. I got to be PC. I got to be a leftist and make sure that everybody is equally represented.
Like I said, Honcho, I don't even really want the rent. I just want it long enough to time DeMarque bitch ass one good time. Okay. Y'all can have it back.
Okay. We might.
I just want justice, Honcho.
Okay, I'm gonna consider that. We might make that happen just because I like to see DeMarque get timed out sometimes. It's like it's not that. Who don't? That's what I'm saying. I don't know why everybody don't want me to get the rent just for a second. Everybody know they're gonna enjoy this shit, and we won't have to hear this nigga for about 15 minutes. It's a win-win. Okay. Told you, do it now. No, you can hate me now, DeMarque. That's you listen to P Diddy out there. That's tough. But see, here's the whole thing though. Is it's considering it, but it's like just kind of torturing DeMarque, because like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? It's the waiting game, when it comes to DeMarque. It's probably gonna happen. But it's just about when, it just may be an unexpected attack, from the blind side. So that's why I like to drag it out.
You gotta keep him on his toes. That's what you got to do. I just had to call in and clear it up because they almost got you with their bullshit, Honcho. They had you thinking over there.
Yeah, they did.
I said, hold on. They got Honcho falling for this bullshit. Hold on.
I don't know. When it comes to DeMarque, I have to be hesitant on the moves that I make.
Well, I know Big M is very influential, so he has you going. I said, hold on, I gotta steer my brother back to the righteous path.
Yeah, Big M stands for big manipulator. That's
yeah. They're trying to corrupt this shit, bro. Yeah. You gotta watch them niggas.
Yeah. I know a plant when I see one. You know, he's up there. He's trying to lobby for DeMarque. Interesting.
Since when Big M, and now Big M the GOAT. Now they buddy. See how they do? You gotta watch them, bro. Where they do that at?
I gotta watch them. Yeah, I definitely gotta keep an eye out on them. DeMarque, Big M, they might be at the same house right now, hanging out with each other, taking seat. Right now, what happened is DeMarque, he lost on the game. He only got one controller on the PlayStation, so it's Big M turn to play. So DeMarque in the chat. When it's DeMarque turn to get back on the controller, Big M gonna call in and then lobby for him. I figured it out. I figured it out. Alright, well that's a bad bang, Josh. I appreciate you calling back in, man.
That's a bad, bro.
Alright. See what happened is DeMarque fooled Big M. Big M came over to play, but DeMarque didn't tell him he got mad because he lost on the game, so he threw one of the controllers and broke them. So they gotta take turns playing with the one controller. Oh, and let me shout out, because I didn't shout everybody out, man, and while we were having the conversations earlier. Shout out to DeMarque, Jess Sarah, Sam Fisher, Jalen Bell, Lady Tia, Coltrane, Savage, Donald Trump, Toxic Femity. Appreciate all the love, man. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. So thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. I'm thinking, let me see, we have active, because we have, like I said, we have some moderators that haven't been very active. I gotta go look at that and see, because I think we got about like 10 mods. But like I say, T'Challa ain't been around in a minute, but I know it was one because she had said she had switched jobs, so she hadn't been able to be as available like on the late nights and stuff like that. Oh, you're absolutely right, man. I'm glad you said that. Only one lie. I did not give you early pistachios, and I'm not going to give you your early pistachios. How about that? You don't like it? Fight me. No, I got you. So I think it's like 10, but like I say, some are not active. I know Roscoe comes in every now and then. Let me see. No, I owe everybody, well, a bunch of pistachios. So, excuse me. I will get everyone their proper dues and pistachio funding. And let me write that down, make sure I got all. And so stiff. But yeah, man. I'm gonna make Sweetberry the next mod. She ain't gonna do nothing but pilfer pistachios. Her and only one lot gonna be in cahoots. And then everybody gonna have empty pistachio accounts whenever I guess just put the whole thing. I ain't never given Shelly no mod. Shelly Long, I can't trust you. Can't trust you. You wear long draws like Lizzo. I can't trust any woman that does that. What? You don't like pistachios? That's tough. Pistachios are great. I don't know what else you really can do with them other than eat pistachios, but I don't know what type of fancy recipes you come up with pistachios, but I love fucking pistachios. They're fucking wonderful, or whatever they call pistachios. With the fucking big bag. I don't know if them hoes in an hour. But the thing about pistachios is that it has to be the shelled pistachio. Even though I feel like you're getting gypped when you get the shelled pistachios, but it's like the what? This nigga Trill hate green shit. Vegetables, avocados, pistachios. What is your beef with green, man? Avocados are excellent. Avocados from Mexico. Avocados are nasty. What? Good night, Miss Shonda. Glad you can come through this evening. Avocados are great. Like, you know how much better an avocado makes a taco? Like, a taco could be great, but when you just throw a little slice of avocado on it, it just takes it to the next level. Avocados are great. I mean, I eat the straight raw avocado, just straight as it is. Well, we can take all the oppression off of DeMarkey. Honorable mention Kenneth is in the building. And so we can oppress him now. But yeah, so Roger showed up. I'm laughing because Roger definitely took the boom. Roger went out with a bang. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Man, I wouldn't go call in, but Miss Grace said call in, but I ain't really got nothing to talk about. So I'm just calling in the fucking star sheet.
Okay, sound about right.
There was some comments made about, me and the way my wife handle our marriage, about us having girlfriends and shit. Well, if you don't know me, and if you ain't never heard me talk, y'all should know I don't get Project. Cover your ears, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This ain't got nothing to do with you, Project. So cover your ears, bro. Mute the phone for about 2.5 minutes. Anyway, I don't give a fuck about your God, your Jesus. He can suck a dick, and if I see that nigga, I'm slapping the dog shit out of him. And yes, I'm talking about your fucking Jesus. Fuck that nigga and everything he got coming to him. That nigga on CP time for real. Fuck him. He ain't never did shit for me. So, anybody got something to say about how me and my wife handle our marriage as far as, and first of all, my wife is the one that likes girls. She brought me into this lifestyle, even though I was kind of already in it with my ex-girlfriend, but it is what it is. My wife took it to another level. She made a nigga 26th birthday, a birthday to remember. Goddamn. I'm gonna have to make this phone call quick. Hey, baby, we got some shit to do. Yeah. Back to me cussing your guys out. Fuck your God, fuck your Jesus, fuck your Christianity, fuck your Muhammad, fuck your Islam, your Torah, fuck it all. Fuck all religions. I don't give a fuck about them. Yep, that's my call.
All right. Well, shout out to Mr. Dakota, man. Appreciate the call. Now, some of the den folk might not, but hey, it is what it is. We are all entitled to our beliefs.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
That's better. Have a good one, man.
You too.
All right. Brother just cut it off and he went to bed. He's like, I'm not listening to this shit. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, man, it's Elise.
So, Elise, what's on your mind this evening, man? How you feeling?
No, nothing, man. Just shout out to Dakota, I heard his little thing. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to be on.
Yeah, you got some polyamorous, polygamous. I don't know what's going on in the den. The dynamic has changed. But hey, I ain't mad at you playing. Look, I'm telling you, when I get to farm, I'm gonna start a poly family, whatever they call that shit. It's too many damn terms. It ain't gonna be like the one chick, the pink chick with all the dudes. That ain't gonna work. It's gonna be me with all the chicks. I'm just like to get them all knocked up at once and just get this thing over with. But what is encouraging you to want to live that lifestyle? What about that is interesting to you?
Man, I only got one life in this world that I know of. I may have multiple lives or whatever, but in this one that I remember, I'm gonna live it to the fullest.
Okay.
I mean, I want to have fun. I want to not have no regret. Like I see too many old people that I know in my life, and people, in your life too, that probably never did shit because they didn't feel like it was for them or whatever. But they just missed the fucking opportunity or whatever to do what they wanted to do in life. And so, when I'm in my 50s or whatever, my 60s, I look back and look at my 20s, like my 30s, I'm like, I had a good ass time. I want to have fun, I want to have no regrets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could be old. You could be like the old folks home, getting on with all the old freaks.
No, fuck that, man. I want to be young and do it. I don't want to be old and that's just creepy now,
Yeah. I feel you, man. Okay, ain't nothing running wrong with that, man. Again, like I said, you got one life to live. You want to experience what life has to offer, and why not? No better time than now. I don't see any fault with that. So, would you say that you are a hedonist?
What's the definition of that word, bro?
Let me give you a proper definition because I might be giving a very loose definition. But basically, a person who likes to indulge in the things that life has to offer, more or less. But let me make sure I look it up properly so I don't hedonistic. Let's Google them shits. Yes, engage in the pursuit of pleasure, sensually self-indulgent.
Well, just like any type of pleasure, does it have to be sexual, physical, mental, just any type of pleasure, I guess.
I guess whatever you consider to be pleasurable.
Yeah, I guess to an extent. I mean, I want to have memories. I want to have, the stories I be telling. People may not believe it or whatever, but it's real. I mean, this shit don't be coming to the top of my head. Oh, this is what I'm gonna talk about because I have no life or whatever. No, this shit really happening. I mean, if I was really that good at lying, I would be fucking book, be an author or some shit, be writing some stories.
That's where the money's at.
But I mean, everything I really say, man, it's true. So I mean, I'm loving my life. I mean, it's a crazy roller coaster. I mean, everybody's life is. But I just feel like people need to go out there and live theirs. I mean, try something new.
I agree. You better try new while you can because pretty soon it's gonna be playing a whole different ball game here. I think the world's getting pretty crazy, but yeah, I mean, why not? Because you never know when your time to go is, and if you've been able to enjoy the things that life has to offer. Other than
what happened in New Jersey?
There was some
stuff like this.
A shootout between two people and some police. One officer got shot. And actually, a couple of other officers. I think it was one officer got killed, and then two of them. One got hit with shrapnel, and the other was. I think another one was shot, but I don't think they weren't life threatening. But then 3 civilians got killed, and then the 2 suspects were also taken out.
Yeah, man, that's what happens when people live on too much concrete. The crazy shit. All this talking shit.
Okay, that might be interesting. So you think that people who, you think that city life does this to people?
Oh yeah, because I mean, you want to be perfectly honest with people. People are, we're very, tribal and close knit. We don't really like to fuck with other people. I mean, yeah, people live in big old cities, but at the same time, you're not gonna like everybody in the fucking city. You're gonna like the people you fuck with on a daily basis, and that's about it. And so when you interact with people on a daily, going to the grocery store, going to the gas station, or just even going for a walk outside in your neighborhood, and you interact with people, I mean, people out there, someone intent to do some stuff, and people out there just chilling, living life. And so in the city, I think it's just you people are so close together. You know, you got the burbs, you fucking in New York and how they do it. They just stack on top of each other. Have the homeless taking shits outside their nice buildings. You know, I don't know how people live like that, but I think that has to do with a lot of it. I mean, in a rural area, I don't think there's not as much crime, but I'll say this: there's a lot more drug crime, in a sense. I mean, where I'm from, at least 3 times a year, I'll be seeing state troopers come in. You know, the all-black SUVs come in for the drug raids. And so that's how it is out there in the rural areas, or my rural area. But the city, you know, you're more connected, so you have more theft, you have more robberies, you have more, rapes, you have more murders go up because people are in close proximity. But I think more studies need to be done on it, man. To be honest with you, if city life actually does affect someone's, I guess, perception of how they their output on the world, what they do.
I think it does. I would appreciate the love, Miss Lady Licious. I think it does because, when you, like you said, when you put so many different people of different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different everything together in one location and expecting them to coexist, it's going to create stuff. Generally in rural areas, you got people who have kind of grown up in that area, who are familiar with it, who have just kind of been around a lot more, family or whatever you want to call it. And so, there may be, there's going to always, no matter wherever you have people, there's going to be problems. But, they're more familiar. So I don't think that a lot of the differences, the small BS that you deal with in city life that you deal with out there. But I think, like you said, with the drugs and stuff, like people who live in more rural areas, they're more, I won't say disengaged, but they're just bored, I guess, more easily because it's not as much to do, and so they get fucked up.
Yeah, but there's benefits to this living in the city. There's more opportunity for people. Living in a small town, you got usually there's one big old factory that most people go to, and you got little stores, gas stations, and whatnot. Or else you got to go outside of your town, 30 miles, 45 miles to the closest Walmart or whatever, or HEB, to find more opportunity for jobs. I mean, my mom, she drives about 30 minutes, 45 minutes every day to work. She lives out in the country in a house in the middle of nowhere. She be going, small town outside. Not right outside, but, maybe about 30 minutes from New Braunfels, I would say,
But see, I think that would, and again, I agree that there's the plus and minus, socialization, meeting new people and things, that's always cool. But at the same time, you want real privacy, you want to be able to, it's cool to be away from motherfuckers, because as you see all the real problems, it seems like, especially the crazy shit that you see or hear on the news, or maybe it just doesn't make it out of small towns, but all the crazy shit you hear on the news happening in cities, people doing wild shit, people doing just, off the wall things, is I think people go crazy in some of these big cities. Everybody's trying to compete to do this, that, and the third, and it's just wild stuff. But like I say, I think when you're in the rural area, the country area, it kind of is what it is. People in the country, they do a lot of fucking because they ain't shit else to do. They do a lot of drugs, do a lot of fucking because there ain't a whole lot else to fucking do. So I don't think people in the city do that too, but it's just
you fucking the same 5 girls everybody else is fucking, probably.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
It is.
Exactly. That's the problem. So yeah. Hey, Lamel, before you go, man, I got a question for you. Matter of fact, let's just do it like this. Call me Alakazam or Robin Williams or whatever you want to call it. Why not? Before you wrap it up. But yeah, that's the thing about the city though. I mean, yeah, the city you get variety. You can still do the same thing. But when you are in the country, yeah, you kind of got to stick with the choice. You're definitely sharing a bunch of sharing a lot of the same chicks, and so there's that. So I definitely agree.
Or are they related to you? So you gotta,
Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, that's even worse if they're related to you, man. So You know. Okay, appreciate the love, Miss Jessera. But yes, I feel you, man. I think that, but I think there is a correlation between, how people respond in the country to how people respond in the city. I think they both have their pros and cons.
Just Sarah donated $5 pro Super Chat. I'm off. Feierliche Hände in die Luft. Feierliche Hände in die Luft. Feierliche Hände in die Luft. Next time I'm going to hide under the desk. In dispatching SH. T. Augen. Lächelndes Gesicht. Lächelndes Gesicht. Lächelndes Gesicht. Honcho de main Sancho Shirts on sale now. Romantisches Gesicht. Funkelnde Herzen. Lächelndes Gesicht. Lächelndes Gesicht.
Super simple, man. All you gotta do is is click the little 3 dots next to their name, and a list of options will come up, and I'll let you figure it out from there. So what were you saying now? What were you saying now, Solis?
Man, I was just wondering, what do you think? Because you had said earlier in the conversation that it's going to get too crazy now that stuff is going to come to a change. Like, what do you think is going to come to a change? Well, why do you think that too?
Like I said, just the way the world is going. That's what I was saying. I was mentioning earlier that I think that if, honestly, and regardless of how people feel about their political beliefs, I think that if something happens, I think he's going to win again. I don't think it's going to be really even close. But if something happens and Trump does not get reelected and say the Democrats win, I'm fearful of all the bullshit that they're pushing. Because even with Trump in power, you see a lot of these things, a lot of these agendas, a lot of these ideas that are getting pushed that are changing the way we have to respond to everything. Oh, man, if Kenneth was in here, I wanted to crack a joke on him. But, with all of the identifying as, the way we have to respond to people who feel, fluidity and all these other things. And again, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, whatever. But I don't think this should be teaching these kind of things in school. I don't think they should be teaching. And so, like I say, as the years go by, things are going to get crazier and crazier, and it's going to become the norm. And I think it's going to lead more to the downfall of something. You've seen it throughout history. When countries get too philosophical, if you will, because that's where we're at right now, that the what's the word I'm looking for? Goddamn, the intellectual community,
Ladylicious donated $2 pro Super Chat. Flip them dreads for the one time. Spielerisches Gesicht. Romantisches Gesicht.
I have to hit you on the face time. I'll give you a private dread flip. But, you think of the Romans and all this. So when people start getting to, when it becomes a culture of everything is analysis, well, we shouldn't do this, we should do that, we should do this. When people start becoming soft, when we're worried more about, I don't want to say respecting people, everybody should always have respect, but when you start getting to the point where, we're putting these little nuances, these individual issues ahead of what's good for the majority of people, and we're trying, like I said, trying to make them the norm, make this the priority, eventually you're going to downfall. What I'm saying is, like, we're so focused on, like, the dumb shit. Oh, transgender, identifying as this, pronouns, all this other stuff. The kids in Russia, they all learn how to hack and undermine shit. The kids in China, they're doing, they're taking over, they're learning at a rapid pace. They're not engaged, like, they're not entertaining any of the distractions. And so while these things are relatively minor distractions, they're going to become major distractions. And while we're focused on these major distractions, these other countries are going to improve. They're going to take over. While we're debating these nonsense-ass issues, we're going to steadily start to fall behind, and other countries are going to eventually surpass us. So
do you think that, what was I going to say? Do you think that this country will fall within the next 30 years or so? Like, in the sense where America will not be, the U.S. of A. will not be U.S. of A. no more. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something new.
Yeah, because, half the people who are in this country, not even just, not even immigrants and stuff like that, but half the people who are in this country hate the country. And so they're going to do everything they can to undermine it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do everything they can to undermine it. And you got to understand, everything is cyclical. So what's going to happen is, after, like I say, even like I say, if he wins again, then after that, I think that I think that the Democrats will win, and their agenda will get further and further left. They will get crazier. So by the time they get in, the shit that they're going to be pushing is so ridiculous. But for some reason, they're going to win, and they're going to start enacting policies and things that I feel will do more damage than help. And then it's going to be, maybe 4 years, maybe 8 years, before another Republican gets in or whatever it may be. But I think we'll be so far behind the rest of the world at that point that it'll be a very, very steep hill to climb. And I think that's when we're going to start falling off. Like, I think that's when we're going to start suffering a bit more. So, it is what it is. But
so you think when when people my age get into the politicians and politics and all that, when they're old enough or start running or for elections, do you think that's when the shift will really change? Because you see right now, my generation, right, you see like all the transgenders, millennials above me too, the ones that are also coming into office and stuff like that. Do you think that's also because of how generations below y'all, like y'all meaning, because you're around like 40 something, right, Honcho? So
what?
You're like
I ain't 40 yet. Goddamn, let me make it. Shit.
Oh, you 30 something? All right, so you're like a millennial still, but now you probably like a Gen Xer or.
Yeah, I mean, technically I'm in the millennial category, but I don't ascribe to these labels that they give a lot of millennials. Yeah, so right. I'm an old millennial. I'm a boomer.
Right. But like y'all generation of people, right? Y'all had like the Steve Jobs, the more entrepreneurs, people like taking off, going off course to be successful, finding their own ways. And now where we have technology at our fingertips, everything's a click of a button away. Social media is taking over the world. They say, next few years people won't even shop at stores no more. They'll go online, have someone order, delivered to their house.
And that's what I say. But the thing about it is, you got again, like I say, you're gonna have so many more problems, and I think a lot of this comes with the technology, with social media, with all the stuff. You're gonna have so much more depression. You have people now, like the thing that scares me the most is a couple of months back. I don't know if you ever saw it, that Democratic Socialists of America meeting, and where they got nothing done because they spent the whole time talking about every little nuance. And somebody said, "Hey, you guys, could you keep it down? Stop whispering because that triggers me." Then the next guy raises his hand to complain about, "Don't use gendered language, guys. Isn't a thing to do." And then they're so busy arguing over the who's offended more. Like nothing gets done, and that's what's going to happen. Now it's going to be, we have to make sure we don't step on anybody's toes, that we don't offend a single person before we can move forward into anything. And it's just like, it's going to be a bunch of time wasted on nonsense again, and because you got to make sure you're going to have to check with every ethnic group, every sexuality, everything. And then what's going to happen, even after you do all of that stuff, somebody's going to find a reason to get offended just because they want to be offended. And then that's what's going to happen. It's like I say, it's the mentality that we're so worried about. Well, everybody should be treated fair and equally. Man, fuck that. And it's fucked up. But I feel like I said fuck that because everybody should be respected to an extent. But I think what people view as respect is different. Respect is, in some people's eyes, is, hey, I'm not gonna attack and insult you or harm you. Some people feel like respect means that you should honor and praise me and put me on a pedestal for existing. Like, nah, fuck that. But I think what people who feel like, because I've listened to 2 or 3 different things while reading the fucking chat and shit. But then you have people who feel like, again, like I say, because, we talk about protected class, we talk about all this other shit, like, just because they exist, they deserve some type of special treatment, and because they've been historically oppressed, even though they themselves haven't gone through anything. And it's just, like I say, it's just so many little nuances. Everybody's going to be trying to get equality when the equality is not really about being equal. Like I say, it's just going to be so much bullshit that we're focused on that I don't think we're going to be able to get ahead because people are going to be too concerned. In reality, I think you earn it. You earn respect, you earn your praise, you earn all of these things. And if you're not doing anything to earn any of those, then fuck you. You know, if you're not contributing anything back to society, then fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this real quick, man.
Yeah.
Because, you know, America's got the best military in the world, right?
Yeah.
With the strongest, baddest motherfuckers. You know, no one wants to mess with us because, you know, what's going to happen. You're going to get clapped.
Yeah.
So you think when our highest priority of spending isn't on the military no more, do you think more countries will be more bold to, you know, countries, you know, may envy us or whatever to attack or to, you know, just try something new? Or do you feel like, you know, or that has to happen in order for this country to get back to coming together, being stronger, you know, just among one another as people, as all just, you know, as all Americans instead of, you know, just being subdivided by.
I don't think we'll ever get back. I don't think we'll ever get back to all being Americans. Like I think that people have it made up in their mind that they want to be different because that gives them some type of exclusive attention for being different and not being a part, because they don't stand out any other way. If you said, hey, you know what, we're all in this country, we're all Americans, you know, we all need to strive towards a common goal or whatever it may be, somebody's going to find a reason why they can't, why their problems are so significant that they can't accomplish anything. They can't, and they have to isolate intersectionality. So they fucking have to find a way why they're segmented off and why it's impossible for them to succeed when somebody just like them or was going through worse has succeeded and even, you know, helped others become successful. For them, it's a reason why they can't, and they'll justify it and they'll make it a big issue. It's some people who, like I said, who were born in this country who hate everything about it, and they will justify.
Mon335 donated $2. Lighten up on the emojis, Jays, or the ban hammer will come down.
Hold up. But the thing is, like I say, is that it's people who are out here to ruin this, like who literally hate everything about it, take advantage of every opportunity in this country, but hate everything about it and don't realize that they are benefiting from being here. So, you know, it's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on, man.
So you just basically, you know, you done with America. You just ready for the next thing to happen and hit, see what you're gonna do.
Man, like I say, you know, we're gonna ride this wave while it lasts. Like I think, like I said, I think it has a little while, but like I said, 30 years from now, I think it's gonna be sunk. I think it's gonna be over with. Like it's gonna be a whole different ball game. I don't know what it's gonna be, but 30 years from now, it might still be America, but it's gonna be a terrible place. You're gonna get people in power. Well, we shouldn't hurt anybody. Let's go talk to them about their feelings instead of attacking them. And as soon as you pull up over, they're gonna blow your asses up. So, like I said, you know, when we talked about wolves and sheep, America is it's every day turning more and more into sheep. Huh?
No, America's a country of sheep now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But it's more and more and more. I mean, every day it's more. It's just different colored sheep or different sexuality sheep and all this other stuff. And like I say, people are distracted by these bullshit problems that, you know, and they're getting eaten up by the local wolves. But eventually, there's going to be worldwide wolves. Like that alliteration. Worldwide wolves. They're going to eventually consume. They're going to surround. They're going to consume, and the sheep will be able to do nothing. So. That's the way I see it. Like I think that as these kids continue to grow up, the way the media is pushed, the way the certain agendas are being pushed from Hollywood, entertainment, music, all it's just going to make it worse and worse and worse and worse. You know, everything is acceptable. Like I said, we argued about God and everything, but people are going to be more worried about how they get looked at for, you know, because they want to. You know, if you want to act like a whore, you want to be out there twerking and doing a nonsense, showing your ass, you know, walking around naked and all this other shit, you got to respect me. No, the fuck you don't. You acting like a hoe. I'm talking about you looking like a hoe. There is no point, and this is what I'm saying, like, this is where we are now, because there's a whole bunch of people that think, well, y'all are just hating on her because it's big. It has nothing to do with that. At any point in time, if you walking around outside naked, and I've just said this in generic conversation, like if you're showing off parts of your body, sharing it with the whole world, acting hoish, but you want to be treated with respect. You can't say, yeah, the fuck I can. You're acting like a fucking hoe. It is what it is, man. So, you know, like I say, it's just, it's crazy, man. But it's just, like I say, but you also have millions of people coming to her defense, justifying what she did. And so that lets you know it's millions of people with a fucked up mentality. Like, it's not about her being big. It's about you. That's fucking pure trash. It's pure trash. It's like I can't see it any other way. Like I said, I don't care. You can replace the names, you can replace the bodies, whatever you want to. It's pure trash, and this is what America's starting to celebrate. You know, and you start promoting the trash, you get raccoons.
So I was having a conversation the other day, and we were talking about, I'm sure you remember people like, or your parents remember people like, the Martin Luther Kings, or the Malcolm X's, revolutionary people, people that were trying to make a push. You don't see that no more. You don't see no more people trying to make a push for something.
People it's just trying to push their pockets. That's all they pushing these days.
Yeah, push their pocket, exactly. But they ain't trying to push, they ain't trying to push an agenda that means something to someone. That means something to a little boy down the street that could actually help him out. Or something, something like that. Or it's just now, I think people it's just a country you see. But really, I mean, like we said, but it's crazy now to think that 30, 40 years ago, you had people trying to push for something. People that believed in something genuinely and trying to push for it. Now people just, I'm behind it because I think it's funny. Or I'm behind it because, my friend's behind it. Yeah. It's not like something genuine. It's not something people want to do no more, like to fulfill something, It's just something, I think it's cool. I'm going to tag on.
Like I said, man, I saw something, I won't say, might have been earlier today, might have been yesterday, that really made me think, and this is why I say the fact that you said 30 years is crazy, because what it was, it said that 1990 is just as far from 1961 as it is from 2019. And so I remember in 90, I thought the 60s were so fucking far away. And like I say, growing up in this age, you don't think it's always gone by as fast as it has. But then I sit there and I think, man, like 1990 was ages ago. It was a long fucking time ago. But then I think of what has changed in this country from 1990 to 2019, and it's ridiculous. So to sit here and think that in another 29 years or so, what it's going to be, it ain't going to be too much of shit. It's going to be a terrible place. Everybody's going to have shit in the streets. It's going to be real bad. It's going to be few and far in between. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this motherfucker splits up, or I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. But I don't see it. It's going to be tough. Like it's going to be, to me, it's going to be really, really tough to see what this is going to be. I'm going to be elsewhere. I don't know where. Maybe on a little fucking island somewhere. I'm going to be on Epstein Island.
Epstein Island.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Like I said,
so you think it's crazy because America's so diverse, and just culturally, there's so many cultures that America takes a part of every culture that's already been standing and just try to entwine it with something new, or trying to retrofit it, within itself. Or do you feel like the ground roots of this country were flawed from the beginning of how shit even happened? How it even got started from the first place, from the jump.
Man, I think
that was a flawed, or
I think if you like I say, when I think Trump gets out of here, I think that if somebody's going to come in and just think about let's say if Democrats get elected and they honor all the promises that they made, right? Which is, we're going to open up borders, we're going to give away health care, we're going to do all of these things. We're going to make sure, all of these people, hey, you don't have to tell anybody you got AIDS. We're going to do all these little crazy things that we want to do, right? Okay, one, that's going to cost a lot of money. So higher taxes. They're going to say, hey, we're going to tax the rich people. What that's going to do is these people who have money, they're going to take their money out of America. That's going to be less incentive to create new products, to make new inventions, to create new ideas. Because if you start getting rich off of this, even though everybody's using your shit, we're going to take more money out of your pocket. So they're going to say, all right, well, hey, we're going to go somewhere where our money is respected and honored and not getting stolen from us, even though we work harder than anybody else and we benefit more people than anybody else. So that's going to be an issue. You're going to have more disease and shit spreading around. Even though you have more health care, you're still going to have, it's not going to be preventive, because we're encouraging, hey, all kind of sex and sexuality is cool. Do anything you want to. You can't be judged for any of your behaviors. There's no, do it in public. What you do behind, like, here's my thing. What you do behind closed, I don't really give a fuck. But I'm not about promoting all that stuff, in public. Even though, we talk crazy then, but then there's an area where we have an understanding. But I'm not going to go out in the street waving my tallywhacker around saying, hey, look at me. It's not a fucking pride parade here. So Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And so exactly, yeah. Because I'm telling you, I used to see AIDS billboards, and this is why it's always impacted the way I look at skinny women. Because I'd always see those AIDS billboards, and I always associated skinny with AIDS. But we know that's a different thing nowadays. But it's okay. You can live with it now, so it doesn't matter. And it's just gonna be so much crazy shit, and we're gonna be so disconnected from all the technology. Like, we're not gonna have real personal relationships. Everything's gonna be through the internet. Nobody's ever gonna want to meet. Everybody's gonna be depressed. Like I say, you're gonna bring people in. So what you made a point about. People not being American. You're gonna have all these other nationalities. You see it now that you see all these people come in from other countries. And if you talk to someone from a different ethnicity, background, country, whatever you want to call it, nationality, and you say, hey, well, yada, yada, yada. Well, my country is so much better than America because of this, because of this. They just come in to use America for the benefits that they get. They come in, they use America for either the education, they make some money, they send it back home or whatever. And so, like I say, eventually everything is going to get drained out, all the resources, all of the pride, all everything that, people once built this country on. Regardless of the history, I know some people say, we ain't ever had it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just thinking in the big picture. I think all of this stuff is going to deteriorate, and it's going to become a fucking shithole, And then it sounds terrible. Maybe I'm just being super pessimistic, super negative, but I don't think it's going to be a good deal. Like I say, if it goes the way that I'm just talking about the shit that they're pushing and saying that, hey, this is what we support, this is what we're going to do. And the worst part of all is, like I say, you have so many people who are supporting this, and they feel like they're on the losing end of the stick. So while you have some people who are realizing and saying, okay, hey, maybe this Trump guy ain't so bad, or maybe what he's talking about ain't so bad, or what these left-leaning people are talking about is crazy, but you still have people on the other side, the youth. The youth feel like, oh, well, there's no opportunity for me now. Everything's already been done. So, yeah, you need to give us stuff. And so that's where the socialism and all this other stuff is going to pop. Like I said, it's going to be, I think we got a few more years of enjoying it. And then I think it's going to take a steep nosedive.
Like a nosedive in the sense of like, oh, we're going to go through another recession? Or it's just going to be a lot of different stuff. Like, you might have martial law in the sense.
I think it's just overall, like I said, I think the days of prosperity and the days of, I think some people will still eat. I think some people will still do well for a while. But then, like I say, it's going to be a time where the poor are going to want to eat the rich, or the people the have-nots are going to want to eat the haves. And if you're not, preparing for that now, then it's going to be more have-nots than haves, and it's going to be ugly. And they're gonna justify it. So, I don't know. And again, this is just maybe I may just be looking at the negatives of everything. Something may pop up and change the entire world, and everything is peachy cream. But I just think if we go down the path that certain groups who are trying to get elected are suggesting, it's gonna be real ugly, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. To be honest, man, I think after when Obama faced Mitt Romney, that's when the candidates for the presidential election were getting low. I think that's when he took a nosedive, just lowball some people, and started talking crazy shit. But then again, they always talk crazy shit, but it was more like who was it? Ronald Reagan, right? He was the president, right? Ronald Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
Reaganomics.
Yeah, Reaganomics.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he would he was an actor at one point, right? Mm-hmm. And so he would politically diss people, right? But he would politely diss them. Mm-hmm. And you see as Trump, he just says basically fuck him. He makes fun of him.
Yeah. But see, there used to be civility between candidates. There used to be civility between, Democrats and Republicans, and they would engage one another. They were still civil with one another. Now it's all, they're still buddy behind the fucking scenes, but now it's all dissing, insulting, mudslinging, and things like that. Like, they used to have legitimate debates. If you ever go back, if you got some time here on YouTube, go look at some old political debates. I can't think of the name of the show. But they used to come on and they debate different views, and it would be very simple. But then they would have little slick jabs with each other, but it would be you just had to catch it, or they would just say something so kind of smart-assed that it was just it was you had to appreciate the way that they delivered their insults, because it wasn't like degrading. It wasn't even like an insult. It was just it was just an intellectual jab generally. And then it's like, so, maybe about your politics, or hey, this is why your argument is wrong, or whatever it may be. But now it's just fucking, fuck you piece of shit. You're a fucking scumbag. Fuck everybody. It's just, again, this guy's trash because this, and this. Don't pay attention that I'm having threesomes with my wife and campaign aides, or, that's the women saying that. And then, it's just, again, I don't know, man. It's a lot going on. Again, it's a different day and age. Just everything's different. A different dynamic in this country. But
people talk about female cats and shit.
Yes, the civility is left. And right now, you got to be tough. You got to attack. That's just the world we live in. We live in a world with cancel culture. So, you just got to do what you got to do.
See that in the see that in the comment section right now. That cancel culture. People, I hear someone saying, anyone who votes is dumb, or is delusional. Not really, man. Yeah, your votes don't mean shit, but then again, it's we the people, right? If you really take that shit to heart, we the people could actually start some shit, do some shit, to be honest. But
OJ is the juice, Heidi. So, it is what it is. But yes, so
John, if you want this call to end, why don't you call in, man? I see you Twitter finger, you typing, but you want to call in.
Twitter fingers in the YouTube chat.
Right. Well, all right, man. That's all I really had. Just kick it with you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
Progressive conversation, really.
Well, that's the bad. Well, I appreciate your call, man, and for you sharing your thoughts with me this evening, Mr. Solis.
No problem, man.
All right. I'm over here spitting up on myself and shit. Oh, man. I did it again. I said I wasn't going to do it. Another fucking extended did. Oh, my goodness. Never tell when I'm getting fucking tired. I just start rambling. I'm all over the place. The Juice Get Away with Murder. And then that OJ, too. Let's talk about him. Oh, man. We live in a funny world, man. We'll take this one. I think we'll wind down after this, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a little tired. It's been an active day. But what's the motherfucking deal, man? We got calling into the den this evening.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Lady Licious, how are you this evening?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm doing good. No complaints. Life is good.
You said what?
I said no complaints. Life is good.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's always good to hear.
So what's
nothing much. Just getting off of work, checking out the show as always.
So how was work today?
It was decent. It was pretty good. I can't complain.
Okay.
I was actually calling because I was gonna say something to Heidi. But
German on German violence.
German. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it in German real quick, like if that's cool.
That sounds racist to me, but go for it.
Okay. Also Heidi, ich wollte nur mal sagen, du bist echt gemein, dass du gesagt hast, dass heute dein Geburtstag ist. Aber ich wollte auch nur sagen, alles nachträglich zum Geburtstag. Das wäre nachträglich. Aber ja, okay. That was it. You know what I'm talking about.
They just exchanged a racist German war chant. Everybody in the den, that's the secret. That's how the Germans communicate with each other. They spread their message on underground social media networks. They have the revolution is coming. Beware, strap up. Second Amendment, stay strapped.
Yeah. That's how you feel. Damn.
I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm trying to. I'm afraid of what just was said. You know, last time somebody said something like that, allegedly a lot of people died.
Oh, whatever. It was not even bad at all. Not at all. I swear.
See, first we have German bots, and then next thing you know, people start talking in German. Okay, but so said everything was all right at work. What's happening in Lady Licious world? What are your feelings about the current state of society?
Oh man, like what you mean?
I mean, do you think things are good? Do you think things are bad? Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? So how do you feel?
I mean, I think it's getting better than definitely than what it used to be. But then again, you can never tell because everything is just so much more open now. You know what I'm saying, than what it was. So you have a lot easier access to, you know, more of not what's just around you. You know what I'm saying, but everywhere else. So it's kind of hard to say. You know what I'm saying, because you really don't know everything that was going on back then, not unless you were like hardcore world news. You know, or you just pretty much knew just around your surroundings or in your city or town or whatever, you know. So it is kind of hard to tell. Like I don't know. Like honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it can, because you know things can be all gravy one day and it's some tragic major events, and it happens. Now what happens is the counter, and I know people always say, "Oh, Honcho, yeah." But what happens on the counter is, when you do it via Streamlabs, it automatically does it. For some reason, it doesn't do it with the super chat thing. So it play has to play the round again, and we get the collection play going. Nah, but it does it automatically with Streamlabs. But when you do it with the super chat, it doesn't do it automatically. So I have to go in, I guess, and manually replace the thing. But you know, and I can agree with you that it could look fucking hate I. But I agree. You know, things can look good one day, and then you never know. You know, that could be the picture that's being painted. Then next, you know, the rug gets pulled from under you, and you know, you're surprised and shocked like everybody else.
You know, one day we might have like world peace or some shit like that. Who knows?
You think so?
That shit with whatchamacallit though, I feel so bad for that one guy. Man, what's his name?
Did you say Smolier?
The rapper that passed away. So what was it? Was it really because of drugs?
Yeah, he popped a fucking bunch of pills before his ass got busted, and he fucking clocked out. So.
You think that's what it is? Like he was just that damn nervous that motherfucker went into. I don't think so.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, he's about
that
to
motherfucker. He got scared to death. That's fucked up.
He's finna get his ass busted. So well, let me rephrase that. He was about to get busted, and so you know he popped a bunch of pills, I guess, to maybe not get. I don't know if not to get charged with that, or if he was just gonna be fucked up during the whole encounter or what, but. It wasn't the right decision. So, yeah.
I don't know, but see, they have so many different versions of it. Especially, you know, like you have other media channels or whatever that go over this, you know, then you have ABC News and everything like that went over the situation. And, you know, the way ABC made it seem right is that it just happened when he got off of the plane. Somebody else was saying that the police was actually already waiting for him to get off of the plane for him to land, because they already had a heads up that he had some kind of drugs and stuff like that with him. And supposedly after they met him and were about to search him, that's when he went into a seizure. So I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think drugs take they take a little bit of pills, take a little bit to kick in. So probably, I'm pretty sure somebody snitched on him. You know, I mean, you got 70 pounds of weed. You probably got some other shit going on, and Yeah, they was after that ass. So, you know.
Yeah, that's just crazy. But it is still sad, especially for him to be as young as he was.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And just like pretty much coming out.
The mask. I got to be careful of the timing on these masks because if y'all see the faces I'm making, it would be unfortunate. But my thing is this, man. My thing is this. Like, it's sad. Yes, another young life lost, but it's just like you kind of got to know. I don't know, when you get in fame and you get all like you start living fast and there's things just start happening so quickly. Sometimes the momentum can be a motherfucker, but I mean, you had 70 pounds of weed though. That's definitely that's not just smoking reefer. You know, that's not just. I mean, you didn't find a strain that was just so good. You're just like, man, I need all this. I'm gonna take this home with me. You're probably up to some shenanigans. So, you know.
I mean, yeah, but then again, too, though, what would he have to smoke it for? I mean, not smoke it, but sell it for.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. If I had a good decent, I'm a pothead, okay? So, I mean, I can smoke at least a fucking dub of loud a day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to work. On my days off, that's a totally different story. So, I mean, I can smoke. So then you have a motherfucker that's got like an entourage and all these people with him and stuff like that. So I mean, that is a lot, though. Yeah, that's a lot. But
dollar bills, yeah.
Man, I don't know. That motherfucker was trying to get fried or something. I just don't see the need for him to have to sell it though for profit. If he already got it like that, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing is like that. You know, again, and I agree. Like some of these niggas don't be having the bread like that, and maybe you feel like you got an opportunity to move some shit. You try to do something a little bit more. You're trying to, get. I got to figure out what's going on with the green. I don't know why it still doesn't get as green as it needs to be, but or the green doesn't show up like it does. I was fucking with the shit, and it still was giving me some issues. But like I said, it's just like. I don't know. Money is a motherfucker. Why not make a couple more? I'm going to this place anyway. Let me hit me a lick while I'm there, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me. It is what it is. I don't know what the price is going for, depending on. I don't even know.
I don't know either. But he paid a good, pretty bunch. So just to get that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you turn around and flip it, but still, you still paid a good bit for it. I don't know. That's crazy. Well, that's like I said, for him to be that young, that is kind of sad. But I guess teach his own. Yeah. You kind of put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, depending on. Yeah, depending on what the numbers are. And like I said, if you depend on where you're coming from and going to, and you look at it with 70 pounds, say you're getting. I'm hoping you're getting, at least say you get at least $500 off the flipping. I think depending on what you're getting, you should probably get better numbers than that. Again, like I say, it just depends on where you're going to, where you're coming from, whatever. Let's just say that. Let's just throw a random number out there. I don't know anything about this. It's all hypothetical. So let's say you're coming up at least $5 on a pound. Let's say you're getting an extra little $35,000 for going from one spot to another. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad lick for just, I'm going there anyway. I'm doing it anyway. But,
dollar bills, y'all.
This is terrible.
Oh, yeah, granted. I'm pretty sure he could have flipped it, but I don't know. That's crazy.
This is terrible. This is bad stuff. And I'm just assuming, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know what he's got going on. I don't know anything about their operation. This is just, like I say, it's very unfortunate that he lost his life for that. This is terrible. This is fucking.
I wish I had enough money to even buy that much. Shoot. I tell you what though. Huh?
What you gonna do with all that?
With all that money?
With all that reefer.
Oh, you talking about all the weed shit? A pothead ain't never alone. You know what I'm saying? Believe that. You get along. You know what I'm saying. You get along with other potheads, hang with other potheads. There ain't too many that you just, you don't smoke, You kind of look at it funny a little bit, like, damn, for real?
Shit. I'm telling you, if/when I start smoking again, I'm one deep. Okay, I don't know about the social smoking anymore. I don't know. I guess it depends. It depends on the situation. But like I said, I think if I do, it'll be an end of the day, a little personal something, and be calling up a post-den toke just to go to bed. And then
that's me though, because I'm such a fucking night owl, so I definitely need something to unwind. You know, it's crazy. Like, I get off of work and I be dead ass tired at work, and then I get home and I'm wide the fuck awake, and I can be up until like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, just chilling. Like, what the fuck? So I need that blood at night so I can take my ass to sleep. But even still, I be high as fuck and still be up. I don't know. It's bad. I'm a night owl. I hate mornings.
Yeah. Say, get a free Honcho the Bang Sancho. we gonna make it happen. Yeah, that's what I say though. It's I don't know. Like I say, it's I don't know. I mean, it just is like I said. I'd always rather smoke than drink because I just do. But I don't know. I don't know about any of that shit. I mean, I don't know about none of it now. Everything's all crazy. I'm gonna be what's that shit? I'm gonna be straight edge, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be straight edge until the death of me. Man up, what's the motherfucking deal?
You know what, Honcho? I have to say, I just thought about something.
What's that?
I'm proud of you.
Why is that?
Either you just don't do it online that much, or you ain't fucking with them blacks like that no more, huh?
Occasionally, but not like I was. Then I don't do it online. I don't smoke inside.
Right. I'm proud of you. See, that's what's up. That's good.
Every now and then I'll go get a pack, and it might last me a week instead of a day now.
Right. Well, so they're still good. I mean, shit.
Yeah. But even
that's something to be proud of.
That shit is just terrible. What I tend to do with that, I don't know why, but I enjoy the smoke if I'm reading. So if I go if I sit out on the patio or something like that, I'll light a black while I'm reading or something like that, and then I don't know why. Like, it's just I have no idea what it is, but it's just something. But I don't do it as often now because that shit is terrible. Especially when you take a break from it and then you smoke one again. Like, this shit is trash. This shit is terrible shit. So
it is. It so is. Like, I really kind of wish I could quit, but then again, it's like, I know if I wanted to, I could. You know, because that's really a mind thing. But I don't know.
You absolutely could. Kind of you absolutely could. I mean, all it comes down to is you gotta have something that you value. Exactly. See, look at that. People looking at this.
What?
I say people look at it just like, what the fuck is she doing? I think you just have to have something that you value more so. And like I say, I have a personal goal that I have to accomplish before I said I'll engage again. And as we get closer to it, it's cool. But I mean, even now, like, it's been so long, I'm just debating, like, do I even want to go back to it? But I think if you find something that you value more than that feeling, I think it's easy to stop.
Yeah, makes sense. And like I said, you really have to want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, true. But anywho, I'm not gonna waste no more time. I was just calling in to say hey and all that good stuff. And y'all stay blessed. Have a great night.
All right, Miss Lady, this is you too, and I appreciate you calling in.
You know it. All right.
All right, have a good evening. Alrighty. Shout out to Miss Licious. But good den folk, good den people. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Thunderbolt 335, appreciate the love. I'm a tired turkey. Mama 335. Just sir, appreciate all the love. Miss Lady Licious, appreciate the love. You know, I rocks with all of y'all. You know what's super funny? You know what's super funny now that I just thought about this? Yeah, I have this. See, the thing with the Mixer Crew is like, because we like an hour and a half extended, Mixer Crew gets shortchanged. Like, I'll rock with the Mixer Crew. Like, we get up, let me think about it. I may find an excuse to do an early mixer for some reason this week. But like with Mixer Crew, I gotta do that bitch at like 12. Because then it's not the same. It's not the same energy. I do that bitch at 2 in the morning. Mixer Crew gets like 32 minutes. All right, I'm going to sleep. Fucking doing random shit. So, you know, we will figure it out. But my good people, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through this evening. Take these things off. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Need to stretch. And back in the den, man. And I will figure it out. We'll figure it out. Never tell about it. I have no nothings. But I appreciate each and every one of you being here. It is an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. Make sure you're following at Honcho HTX on Instagram, at Honcho HTX on the Twitter, Den Show Live on Facebook, and go join the Facebook group, like the Facebook page. Y'all can chat on the Dilly Dilly. Oh, good, Lamel. Now, whatever backlash DeMarque did say something about it. A text message, real quick. Let me get that real quick. He sent a text message. Tell J-Mail that I said bet that shit up. Enjoy it while he can, because when I'm back in action, say goodbye. Alright. So that was a message from DeMarque. So I appreciate all of y'all. Again, good evening. Y'all ain't got to go home. Y'all should already be home. Goddamn, it's late as hell. Y'all ain't got to go home. Y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm out, man. Good night.